happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Average Overlanders podcast. I'm Jared.
And I'm Ben.
Yeah. And who do we got tonight?
My name's Aric.
Yeah, he's not shy. He's been on there a few times.
Brought some good scotch over, man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
What kind of scotch is this?
Just some Glenlivet.
Just
some.
Just some sippers.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
good.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah,
A little
tasty.
single malt, American something.
It paired well with our spicy nachos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Founders Reserve, whatever. Single malt Scotch whiskey. It's
Right
not
on.
about the whiskey. It's about the trips.
It is.
But the food and the people, man.
Oh, yeah.
And the
That's
whiskey.
It all just depends on what I put in that whiskey.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Hey now.
DMT list. No.
Start seeing aliens
Yeah.
again.
Again. Shit. More anal probing. Shit. Here we go.
Jesus.
We're turning off.
Can't
right
bring
now.
him up.
Shout out to
Anyways.
Ben.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You guys can't talk about aliens anymore.
No. No. The government contacted us. They said no more alien
No more.
shit,
No
man.
mas.
What you saw, you didn't see. Well, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for bringing us the scotch. Thanks for gracing us with your presence.
Absolutely. It's always good to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's family, man. Family.
Same
And
for almost letting me borrow your chainsaw.
Hey,
You did let me borrow it, but
you could have taken it. That's fine with me.
Well, you're borrowing it or trying to borrow it or were
I
because
was.
you're gearing up for Oregon, right?
yeah, it's always a good idea to have a little stick whacker up there, little
Yes.
choppy upper thingy.
Yes, it is. It is.
Do they allow fires up there right now?
Yeah, I believe so. They're getting into fire season though, just like us, like everywhere. It's getting dry now, and they had the wet winter. So
Yeah.
now everything's overgrown and going to be tinderbox material soon. So
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're on like the east side of the mountains. It's really
Real dry.
Really, really, really dry.
Yeah.
Really windy.
Oof.
Yeah. It'll be
Recipe
fun.
for disaster.
Yeah, it's still beautiful.
yeah,
Still beautiful.
Yeah. Now you're going to Pacific Northwest Overland Expo.
yeah. I'm going to hit the expo and say hi to everybody, and then carry on.
What's your main look forward to? Like what do you like? What's like the?
At expo or just a trip in general?
Well, I mean, getting to the expo, at the expo,
Oh,
trip in general. Like, what's up, dude? Like,
psh.
take a step by step. What's the plan? What's the
I
plan?
have no fucking idea. No.
Well, I know. I mean, from what we've talked about before the podcast, I mean, it's going to be just a hot dog.
Yeah. Because I was talking to
Kielbasa.
Sergio and Neil headed out there today. A lot of people like Aussie Gear. They headed out Tuesday. Neil and Sergio went out today, and then tomorrow, Jonathan, who was on the podcast, North County Springs, he's going tomorrow morning, or no, Friday morning. He's leaving. So
So he's leaving after you even.
yeah.
He's really hot dogging it.
Yeah, well, he's not even going to do Expo. He's just going to be up in Oregon doing the coastal stuff. So,
Just so happened to be there.
yeah. He said maybe if we got time, we'll swing by. But, yeah, no, I'm just going to wait till I get out of work on Thursday. And then just, I was like, you guys came over. I was packing the truck like right now, just getting it ready to go so we can just jump in and turn the key and drive. But, yeah, and just drive as far as we can up California. Probably just take the 5 just to haul ass. Avoid 395 like you're giving me shit for, but like I know 395 is beautiful,
scenic route.
but I live in California. I can do 395. We do that all the time, so
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to get out and enjoy the most of the trip up north. So,
I think the main reason why I like to do the 395 though is I get to skip around LA. But if you're leaving late, it doesn't really matter.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, traffic's not gnarly.
There's always
Going up
traffic,
to there.
though, in L.A.
yeah. It doesn't
Like,
like
yeah,
any time of day.
but I mean,
fucked. Yeah,
Less at between certain hours, I guess. You could say.
Yeah.
Little
yeah.
less.
I leave for work, I'm in traffic. I come home, I'm in traffic, but the other side is still in traffic.
yeah. There's still
So it's like everyone's in traffic.
perpetual traffic at all.
It is. Nobody knows how to drive either. So watch out for those.
Yeah,
You got your battering rams ready, right?
yeah. Push bumper on there, knock him out the way.
Yeah. Well, you got your tickets from this guy.
Yeah, I'm bummed. You're supposed to be going with us,
Dude. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started, man.
right?
I had it all planned. I already had I took 2 weeks off work, got it approved. I need the vacation, man. I need time off.
2 weeks is a long time.
Yeah, dude. I saved it up. I was like, yes, I'm taking 2 weeks off. Yes. And yeah, just long story short, didn't work out. I guess my lady can't get the time off, even though she put it in her request 2 weeks ago as well.
Employers suck.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work out, man. So it is what it is. I'm going to save my time, and I'll take a vacation in maybe fall. Like, usually that's when I like to go out anyways, in like fall. You know?
Cooler temps, cool down a little bit.
Yeah,
Little Smokies camp out though.
Yeah.
You got to be there.
But when is that again? Or you guys?
We haven't had an
Okay,
official
yeah.
date, but you got to be there.
I've already been kind of like tossing around some recipes and shit if I did participate.
Dude, you got just tell me you're gonna do it in your muff pot. Just tell me. We'll give you extra credit for that, dude.
Something edible coming out of that.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't do that unless it's like I know what I have to make
Well,
You can-
on the drive up
yeah.
there. Then I can do like the
Yeah, you got to be
preparation,
cooking
you know
along the
what I mean?
way.
I'm
We
just
could have
saying.
a portion of your meal.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we've talked about the details. We still need to finalize them, everything else. But yeah, you get extra credit if you cook it in the muff pot, dude.
Gotta buy a
Chef's
couple more
kiss.
meth pots. Puff pots.
Mess pots.
What?
what are we talking about now?
That was actually funny because like I just had my like top end of my motor rebuilt and timing belt, water pump, oil cooler resealed, all that shit, bearings, new bearings.
Dude, the Squirrel Concepts guys did,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that's
Squirrel
right.
Concepts, and they did the same shit. Like day one, they were like crawled up underneath there, and they sent me photos of the muff pots. They're like, "Hey man, so like, what the fuck are these?" and I told him, and he was like, "Dude, I'm all about this. This is legit, dude." So, because they have like an actual like a book called what the hell is it? Manifold Destiny.
I was gonna say, is it
And
a fucking cookbook?
It's a cookbook.
no fucking way.
It's literally
I
a
was gonna
cookbook
say you need to
for
make one.
like cooking on your manifold or on your exhaust,
your
or
exhaust,
whatever.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And he was like, "Dude, I'm all about this. This is legit. I need to get some." You know, I was like, I don't know. It was pretty funny,
So you put your acorns in it, and then they cook.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me that the reason why they came. Hey, watch out, dog. Watch out, Days. The reason why they came up with that name was it was when the pandemic happened. What am I allowed to say?
Yeah. You can say whatever now, dude. I don't care.
And he was bored, so he saw some squirrels in his yard or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, I wonder if I could just build like a little bench for the squirrels, you know, or
A
something."
bench for
A
the
little, like a little bench, like
People are
squirrel-
really bored during
like
the
squirrel furniture, because he likes to work with wood and stuff too.
Yeah.
And he builds like the full drawer pull outs and shit for the backs of pickup trucks
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that kind
nice.
of stuff. He
Nice.
does that too. So he's building some benches and shit for squirrels, and then bam, was born the name Squirrel Concepts, and then they started rebuilding trucks and so forth and so on. But
Nice.
I don't even know if I was allowed to share that. I think that might have been a secret.
Might
I don't
wanna
know.
check with him, and we'll have to re-edit it.
Yeah, I don't
Used to build squirrel furniture.
yeah,
You think, fuck, dude.
I can see that now. I can see it now.
Yep.
yeah.
You know, what's funny is my mother-in-law, she has like a lot of like, she loves her backyard. She grows plants, plumerias, all this other stuff, right? She's worked really hard at doing this. And then she has like a lot of bird feeders because she loves birds. And, you know, she gets hummingbirds, she gets blue jays, you know, all this other stuff, right? Well, on one of the bird feeders, it's attached to a window. And so that like literally they'll like land right there and you can see them right through the window and everything. Yeah, she never sees birds because all the fucking squirrels go in there and they steal all the
Eat all of
seed,
it,
dude.
dude,
They just,
yeah.
and
Well,
so
have you
she,
seen? Oh, go ahead.
no, they just try to like, you know, they keep maneuvering it. They put traps up and get them out of there and stuff, and nothing works.
Have you seen those? There's like those YouTube videos or whatever.
The
of, like,
anti-squirrel feeders.
and they'll like they squirrels.
As soon as they
Oh
put
my
their
God.
weight on like the lower bar, it activates an electric motor and starts spinning that bar.
They hang
So
on
they'll be like holding on for dear life, and it'll be like they're like a helicopter blade, Just and they flip off.
My mother-in-law would love it.
Oh,
She
dude.
hates squirrels, and so my daughter's got her like these squirrel stuffed animals for
Oh,
her, and they put it in her couch area and stuff. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I've been dealing with squirrels right now too, man. I freaking keep having to. Well, I mean,
are they in your garden?
yeah, like my whole backyard. They're actually like I got all those plants on my back hill, so they're actually like tunneling
underneath
into the
there.
roots,
Yeah.
and they're killing off big
Yeah, that's
big portions of my plants. So I'm trying to get rid of these damn squirrels because they'll actually, once they make like a burrow or a home or whatever, they actually pass it down throughout the generations. So they just basically keep expanding, expanding.
Do a little new room over here, new kitchen remodel,
pretty much. So Shelby's like, you better not be shooting them. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, this is like the nicest way to get rid of them. I am very good with marksmanship.
Rather than poison them and then they suffer.
It's just clean headshots. I always make sure I don't take the shot.
Good shot, dude.
I do not take the shot if it's not clean.
What are you shooting with, a 22?
Well, I
BB gun, air rifle.
Well, I was using a .17 pellet gun, and then I got a .22 or 22 pellet gun. But there's like certain ammunition you have to use and stuff. And anyway, but it drops it. Like if you
sniper.
Yeah, if you take your shot cleanly, it puts them down. They don't feel anything. You know what I mean?
They don't even hit them.
Yeah,
they're done. And but she doesn't want me doing that, so I have to do live capture.
Oh, that's
so
right. You had those big traps over there.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of traps and put them out there and bait them, and then I capture them, and then it says you have to relocate them. You're supposed to take them at least 3 miles away.
3 miles?
3 miles away.
Jeez.
That seems unbelievable to me, but whatever. That's what I do. So
is that why the back of your truck was open when you pulled it? He's like dropping it in my neighborhood. Like,
he's all fucked.
Here you go. But I've been catching squirrels are my main concern. I don't really care that much about the rabbits, but the rabbits I don't want there either. So I've been catching rabbits and squirrels, and like sometimes will literally get like 2 squirrels in one cage, and I'll have a rabbit in another one and a rabbit in another one. Like I'll have like 4 animals caught at once, and then I have to relocate them. And like I literally drive them out, open up the cage, and they will run out of the cage and then back towards the road.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like,
they
why
get
are
run
you running
over
towards the road?
Dude, I did that with
this whole big field in front of you.
I had to capture a little mouse in the house, right? And like, no, Gil. I'm like, okay. So I drove it up to before they were building the construction over there. I drove it out to that spot, stopped, got out of the car, put it down. I'm like, here you go, buddy, you're free. Ran right out. Car came, squished it. I'm like,
no way.
Fuck me, dude.
No way.
I swear to God, dude. He darted right across the road and the car smushed him. I'm like, fuck. I tried.
They always go in the wrong direction, man.
Like, have you seen those videos where the guy puts the mouse on the beer?
What?
Oh, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah.
He takes like a beer with the cap still on it. Puts a little mouse on top. The mouse is sitting there like, what am I doing here? And he holds out his beer like this, and a freaking like a hawk or an owl or some shit comes by, grabs the mouse off the top of his beer and opens his beer for him.
Oh, shut up.
Takes the cap off the beer, and he's like, all right.
America. How do you do that?
That's so fucked up.
I've seen that one with like the 2 girls with like the pigeon or a bird, like trying to teach it to fly. Like, no, be free. Oh, yeah. Look. And then the cat just comes by and snatches it. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? Damn it.
Dude, it's so sad.
Oh, it sucks, but hey, that's fucking, that's life.
Yeah. I was driving home from work on Monday, and it was rush hour, so everybody's like going like 3 miles an hour or whatever. And this fucking possum was in the fast lane
on the freeway.
Yeah, well, he was, because like the cars were only going like 2 or 3 miles an hour, and then stop and go and whatever.
Supposed to be in the carpool lane, idiot.
Well, he was all the way over, and he was up against the thing, but he was like a baby, and he was like trying to get back. And then this guy, I saw him, I was like, no, don't run him over, no.
Oh,
like swerve around him, and then the possum just like freezes instead of, because the guy thought he was like still running, so he's like, oh, okay, he'll go underneath, but he just froze right in the 10.5-inch like wide fucking tire track, and then gets run over, and then I see him twitching on the ground. It fucked
that's when
me
you
up,
gotta
dude.
swerve and run him over again just to finish him off, dude.
Well, I didn't want to run him over again. Like,
well, he's already fucked, dude.
I know, but I was just like, fuck, I don't want to do that.
Put him out of his misery.
So I swerved around him, but dude, it just brought back bad memories, if you know what I mean. So,
dude, when I lived out in Anza, like on my way to work in the morning.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Have a drink.
Where are you coming from, man?
Yeah.
No, it does suck.
Don't want to skip over it. I'm sorry.
No, but I just like you see it and you're just like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah, I get it.
When I lived in Anza, like getting up at like 4 a.m. to drive to work, like I would on a daily probably clip 2 or 3 fucking rabbits. I couldn't help it. It's all foggy. I'm just driving, all of a sudden, just boom.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And if you swerve, you're gonna like flip your truck or whatever.
Yeah, on the way home, there's just like fucking
and they like
bodies everywhere, dude.
And especially like they'll come running out into the road, and they could just continue on, and they're good.
But they
will literally
turn right back at you
and go like with your truck. Yeah. And you're like, I can't stop.
I don't know where to go.
Bam. You know.
It's a bad feeling. We had we didn't hit, but
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I used to work for a trucking company and ghost riding, basically tailing him. And we were going through Colorado, and a fucking deer came out, just poof, clipped it, dude, and something, flying through the air. I'm just like, holy shit! And he just kept on driving. He's like, yeah, that happens. I'm like, fuck,
that happens.
Yeah,
Dude, did he have like a ram on the front?
Yeah,
like
it was
a
a semi truck, and he had the big push, just for fucking deer, basically. He's like, yeah, I'm not slowing down. I'm not gonna lock up my brakes for that. No,
it could go through your windshield
Yeah.
if you're in like a normal car or something.
No.
Clip the legs and goes in.
Yeah, I've noticed. Like, I think that's like the older that I get, the more sympathy I have. Like, the more it hurts my heart.
Yeah, no,
You know, like
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't like going back to the whole squirrel thing. I don't want to shoot him.
no.
I don't. But I also don't want them destroying the shit that I work hard to build. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to kill them, but I don't want them here.
But now,
You know what I mean?
you're not killing him. You're just relocating him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
And you're just separating him from his family. And then it's like, what the fuck just happened?
Fuck you, everybody.
Yeah, we actually had an argument about that too. She's like, well, so if you catch a baby, you're just gonna let it go, right? You're gonna release it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna re-release it somewhere else. And she's like, no, it's a baby. You have to give it right back to its home, so it has a chance at least. And I'm like, oh, okay, fine.
Didn't you guys catch babies at once?
Yeah, my dog loves catching them.
Oh,
she, she finds them, digs them up, and like rips them out of their home.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm
I
like,
remember you had like
that was part of my discussion with Shelby. Was like, you want me to re-release a baby back into the yard with my canine back here that loves hunting. How about I just release it behind the fence at least?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
give it
coyotes.
at least a
you
chance.
you have to put it back in its house.
How do I know?
But my dog knows where it lives.
Oh, man.
Well, Shelby's making you a better person.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if a lot of people know this. So I'm just going to give you a hot tip. So we used to put down those like super sticky traps.
Oh, those are the
You know?
worst, dude. Yeah.
And then like the animal literally just dies of starvation because it like
Yeah, they're
gets stuck
so mean,
and then it
dude.
like tries to like get out and whatever. And you know what? I was looking at it, I like trying to pry him off, but then it's like ripping his face off. I'm like, oh my God. Come to find out, okay, olive oil.
Oh,
Yes. It immediately you pour some or canola oil or whatever you got, like some sort of cooking
Some kind
oil.
of lube.
Yeah, it's like cooking oil. And what happens is it actually like
Some liquid Molly.
separates them, and then like the animal's coated in like olive oil or canola oil. So just
Better
hopefully
than fucking dying.
an owl's like, whoa, yummy, like fried
squirrel.
Yeah, fried squirrel. But that's how you get them off the sticky trap. I told my buddies at work because I was telling the same story, and they're like, oh, I never knew that. So I wanted to share it on the podcast. If you use the sticky
I
traps.
wish I had known that at some point because I did the same thing. trying
And
to pry
I
them
know
off.
because you're like, oh, do I hurt him more by trying to pry him off? Dude, canola oil, cooking oil, some sort of like that. Dude,
Smack him against the
they
wall.
come right off, and they just become like this really
Yeah,
slick.
I guess
animal.
you guys are really nice because I'm the evil one. I guess I just freaking
Toss it
another
in the trash
misery.
can? Oh, no.
no! I just use the heel of my boot and crush skull, and then I throw away.
Yeah.
I used to work at a pet store,
I'm an asshole.
and we would sell mice and stuff like that for like snakes. And like I always had this guy come in. He's like, yeah, can you kill him for me first? So I'd have to put him in the bag and smack it against the wall
Oh, jeez, dude.
and fucking kill him.
I
What?
can't.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to this on
I'd be
podcast.
like, no,
right
this
now.
is- this is live.
One
This,
time the bag
live
popped open
bait.
and the blood splattered all over the wall.
this is live bait, dude. You have to if you want dead bait, you have to pay me
wanted-
twice as much.
Yeah, I know. That's like an extra tip there, bro. He was like a good customer. He always came in like every week, but I'm like,
What the?
Well, my buddy Tom, before he passed away, he used to breed
oh
pythons.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
rabbits
We all
and
knew
shit.
Tom, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Tom.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys knew him too. So I used to go to his house, and he's like, "Hey, I got to feed him and whatever all the pythons." And he had this like huge crate of live mice, and he had over 100 pythons, and so he would just like drop one in, drop one in, drop one in. Dude,
That guy was a good
so
dude, man.
terrible.
Yeah,
I miss that
was
guy.
a loss big time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
he-
he worked like
he
when-
was always hilarious.
Oh, dude, he was
in a good
so
mood.
funny, dude. I still remember. Yeah, that's right, because he drove his Tundra, which is like literally like the same Tundra
that's
you
right,
have.
that's right.
And we all went out to Anza-Borrego area to play that one game.
Oh, that's
and
right. He came out with
He
it
was
with a-
drag, and he used to be a car detailer. So like
he was probably
pinstriping.
pissed. Yeah.
Oh, he was pissed. He's like, I'm so mad you guys made me come out here. I was like, nobody told you had to bring your truck, dude. He's like, no, I need to bring my truck because this is how I live. Anyways, he was so mad about that, dude. But he buffed it all out. He spent like 3 days just buffing his fucking truck.
Didn't Jeff, like, he drove his like Armada out there and the same thing. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck this. Why am I out here? Dude?
Yeah.
Like, all you bitches, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, looking back, I'm like,
was that the same trip that Luke lit up the side of your truck?
Yeah.
Fucking peppered it. Fucker.
That's the same trip where he got that scar on his arm.
Oh,
Because he had the CO2.
Oh, the other Luke. Not Luke Paget, but Luke.
Oh, Sketchy?
Yeah, Sketchy.
Sketchy lit up my truck. But the other little Luke is the one he just like fucking point blank range just
CO2.
shot a fucking pellet into his arm.
Did he?
Yeah, he
I
was
don't
like
remember
super
that.
He
hammered.
was super drunk. He's like, yeah.
Super hammered.
Like
That
nothing.
was the same trip that we got like lost in the rain with Mikey, right?
Dude, that was a fucking nightmare.
We were like shining a laser in the air, like, where are you guys?
This is pre like us being smart about like overlanding and camping and stuff. And like we were out in the Anza-Brega Desert, didn't look at the weather, and like, dude, we should camp down here in this wash. The sand's way nicer. So soft, dude. Perfect for our tents, our ground tents. So we set up, and then we went out and fucking played airsoft out in the desert, and then it just monsoon, dumping rain.
Everything got flooded.
We were soaked, just tromping through the mud, having a great time. Then like, oh wait a minute, flash floods. Like we were digging moats around our tents, trying to keep the water out. Dude, it wasn't happening, dude. Like,
I did do that.
dude.
I did that beforehand, and I remember a bunch of you guys were
preemptively-
giving me shit. You guys were like, "Why are you digging a trench around your tent?" And I'm like,
Just wait.
Come on,
We're low.
just wait for it." But it still flooded. That little tiny moat still filled up. But I just remember like the belt flew off Mikey's truck,
oh, that's right.
and we got stuck out in the mud. We like kept trying to put it on, and then it kept flying back off again. And
Like
then
a
we were like,
serpentine
we were
belt?
like, yeah, and we were like freaking trying to find the azimuth back to camp, but we couldn't tell exactly where everybody was. So we were trying to like get up everybody on
Get
comms and shit. We're like, dude, just shine your lasers in the air or something. We're shining a laser in the air. Then like that's how it turned out. Like, oh, I see your laser.
Yeah.
Okay, come
Doing the lasso.
come that way. Come that way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like yeah, exactly. They're like, okay, come that direction. You know. And then we ended up finding camp. But yeah, that was freaking funny.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
It was a good time. But like, you know, we always say like the shitty times are the good times, you know.
Well, looking back.
Yeah.
Because everything turned
During
out
it,
okay.
it sucked, but yeah, afterward, you know, it was
That might have been a different trip because I don't remember the rain. You guys went out there multiple times.
yeah.
But the time when we were out there with Tom, that's when you guys were like hunting us and you stole all of our bands or whatever.
Oh yeah, we snuck into the home base.
In the home base. No, but the thing
They
is,
didn't say that wasn't against the rule.
Dude,
I
that was a
know.
fun
Was
one
against
too,
the
though,
rule.
because we all had tracer rounds.
Yes.
And we were all wearing like we had like MVGs at the time or something.
Yes.
So we were like, I remember me and Luke, we had our mag pouches, but instead of putting more mags in, we just filled them with like Coors Lights. And then we both just walked off. Like we're like, I don't care whose team I'm on. We're just gonna walk this way. And we just kicked back and just watched you guys fighting with like the fucking
tracer round.
green and
Yeah.
red tracers going back and forth. We're like, dude, this is fucking rad. It was so dope. Dude.
So I was on a different team then, and you know how Isaac is.
yeah.
Isaac is very like, no, this is what we're doing.
yeah, we
I'm
got
the
a game
general and blah blah blah. And he's like,
I'm the general.
yeah, I'm the general.
El Capitan.
And he's like, Ben, you and this other guy. I think, it was that one sergeant guy who got kicked out of the Marine Corps. What was his name? He was like the big buff dude or whatever.
Oh no, he was like a corporal.
Yeah, Corporal.
And he acted like he was like sergeant major of the
some hot
fucking Marine
shit.
Corps.
He's like, call me Gunny. But
no.
That guy was a fucking turd, dude.
yeah, he was. But the point of the story is that he posted us up in like a defensive position in the middle of nowhere, and we're sitting there for like 2 hours, and it's like 2 a.m. And we're sitting there, and I hear coyotes in the distance.
yeah.
And then the coyotes literally just walked by. We saw them just like looking at us because it was a full moon. They look at us and they're like, oh, no mind. And they just kept going. And we were like, oh my God, dude.
I think we're in the wrong spot.
Yeah, we didn't see anybody for like hours. We're like, oh yeah, defensive position here. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff set up like waypoints all over the place. So like we were just like marching for fucking ever. I feel like we were just wagon wheeling around everybody. Just
Yeah,
Dude, we were literally
that-
just following each other at
yeah.
6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Just keep it going around. you know?
that corporal guy was actually the first one there after we stole all the respawn
Yeah.
zip ties or whatever.
Yeah.
We were actually still in your base. And he comes rolling up like, "Hey, do you guys have like a tool to fix my gun or some shit?" I don't remember what he said.
Oh, yeah, his
and
gun
we're
went
like,
down.
"Hey, homie, you're dead." And he's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, we're not on your team. Like, you're
we could shoot
surrounded,
you,
bro.
but it doesn't matter. You're gonna get,
Like, you have
now
no
we know
idea.
your gun
And he's
don't
like,
work.
He's like, no.
His name was,
Like,
you know what his name was? His name was Patrick.
Really?
Yes, his name was Patrick. I remember it now.
I think it was
that.
It was Patrick. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
good
so
times in Anza Borrego.
Different story. Yeah.
Camping.
Yeah.
That all started with Tom and his mice.
Yeah. How do we get to that shit? Right?
Squirrels, mice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking
My
of squirrel
brother actually hit
concepts,
me up today, and he's like, "Hey, can you catch a gopher snake for me? Because I need something to eat mice around my house." And I'm like, "You want me to go out and catch a gopher snake for you?" Well, yeah, you're the guy to talk to. What do you mean?
Dude, yeah.
you're the snake guy.
What the fuck?
Dude, Tom used to go out in the middle, and they used to go like looking for old abandoned mines and stuff. And he went out with Joe. And I remember the video vividly because I was like, "You're an idiot," but he knew what he was doing. He's a snake handler. He knows exactly what he's doing. Fucking rattlesnakes. He just walk
fuck
up
all
to
that.
it and like pick it up.
Nah.
No
Yeah,
problem.
I'm good, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, dude, if you got bit, game over. Like, you're in the middle of nowhere, dude. Like, yeah.
Hard pass.
Yeah. You may be an expert.
He's like, "I got
but
a bottle of whiskey. I'm good."
Yeah, that's
just
we-
chug it.
That's
good.
good.
Anti-venom.
Juice.
Where's the Glenlivet?
Yeah. Just pour it on there.
Yeah.
Be all right. Will you suck the poison out?
Pee on his foot.
Yeah.
Wrong animal.
On a switch up.
Oh
Yeah.
On a switch up. I am curious though, like what kind of ground do you want to cover, dude?
Oh.
When you go up there, because it sounds like you want to see a lot.
Yeah, we're trying to fit, 10 pounds of shit into a 5-pound bag up here, dude. Not enough time. Yeah, we have wild dreams, but yeah.
Hey, as long as you get like
We'll get
the
her
boot
fixed.
scoot and boogie around
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? You get an
that's
idea
why,
what
like,
you want to see again.
That's why, California, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna mob through. We're got like a 7-hour drive Thursday night, just get as far as we can, and then rolling 7 or 11 o'clock at night. Find a camp somewhere. We have some we picked out we mapped out 7 to 8 hour away from home and camp, even just campgrounds or dispersed, whatever we can find. We got a few pinned, so we'll just hit one of those. See how far we get.
The cool thing too is with your kind of rig is like Walmart's.
Yeah, well, that was funny.
You know what I mean? You could literally just pull in and go to sleep.
Yeah, we can pull in a truck stop. We can find a Walmart, and she's like, I'm like, I get it. It's not glamorous, We're not waking.
Yeah, you're just
trying to get there.
You're just
I'm
trying
fucking tired.
Instead of taking an
Yeah.
hour to go down a trail, find
Yeah.
a spot that possibly is
Yeah.
there, possibly is not.
Could
you
suck.
know that
Yeah.
this spot is there.
Yeah,
You can
I just need to
drive that
sleep.
extra hour to
Yeah.
get further, pull over, go to sleep,
Yeah, make
wake
some
up,
dinner.
bounce.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, we have that
Sometimes you don't have time to
option, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, ideally, we'd like to find some type of dispersed or some kind of campground. But yeah, we'll wing it as far as we can.
Just do me a favor and do not keep driving if you're tired.
Oh
man.
no, I've
It's worse than driving drunk, dude.
yeah, I know.
It's oof.
Last time we went up to Mammoth and that area, I think we got in at 1 a.m, and I was just hitting the wall. I'm not gonna make it to Mammoth. We're an hour out. I'm like, just find me a campground nearby, and kept trying to hit them, and they're all full. I'm like, fuck, dude. We finally found one that had an opening. I'm like, I don't give a fuck where this is. I don't care what I'm waking up to, and yeah, just crashed. But yeah, luckily it was a nice campsite actually. But
Yeah, because I remember Patrick telling the story about when he was going to Utah. I forgot. I think it was Zion area or whatever, and he was just driving through the rain.
Oh,
Couldn't
that's
even see,
right.
dude.
just
Don't do that.
yeah,
Just know your limit.
Not
And just
worth
pull over and fall asleep.
yeah.
You just got to pop the top, dude. You don't even have to make it.
Yeah, exactly. Just pull
Yeah.
over. I mean, I've done that. Went back long in the day and just pulled over and slept in my truck in the cab. Just 'cause I need sleep. Not worth fucking crashing.
when it gets that dangerous too, dude, I figure shit, if you have to just pull over any fucking parking lot, pop your rooftop tent, whatever the hell it is, to go to sleep, I'm pretty sure anybody that rolls up and
They're
kind of
gonna-
law enforcement or whatever, hey man, you can't be here.
Okay.
Hey dude, I didn't want to be here, but I was gonna die
Yeah.
if I didn't get some sleep. They'd be like, okay, cool, man, just pack it up at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? They would probably be freaking cool.
Most
They'd
of them
probably
will just
appreciate
slide.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, listen, dude, it's
I
not
didn't wanna
safe to
clean you
drive
up
as
off the side
tired
of
as
the
I
road.
was.
Yeah.
And there's rest stop. I mean, if you're out driving the highway, there's rest stops every
20 miles.
20 miles or something. You know.
I've literally pulled over and actually asked not only rangers but highway patrolmen and shit like that. Hey man, these rest stops right here, it says no overnight camping, but do you think I could get some sleep there? Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, knock out a couple hours.
Nobody's gonna bug you, man. Like, you're fine.
Yeah.
You know
They
what I
just
mean?
don't want some sketchy person like
Yeah.
living there.
Yeah,
You know?
you're
people
not
up
like-
there for
yeah.
a week, and
You're not like busting out some lot lizard shit or like
Yeah.
leaning up against
right.
leaning up against a wheel well shooting up, or
Yeah.
something, But
Yeah.
If you get near a Love's truck stop or one of those, or like a Pilot or whatever, there's a lot of cool stuff going on there.
Yeah, well, we talked about hitting some
Showers.
Of those. Yeah, just for showers. I mean, we're gonna be gone,
Yeah.
10, 11 days. So like, yeah, like,
Use their water.
why not? Yeah, I'll pull in, and fuel up and take a quick shower. I mean, we have the shower on the truck. We can use that, but if you had to,
so much easier just to drop a few coins. And,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pay $5, could take a shower, hot shower.
yeah, I got.
especially when you're on the move.
Well, you know, what I
I
mean.
know. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, that'd be nice.
Get some powdered donuts and fucking bounce.
Hell yeah.
That's one of the things I just realized too. Is like I've been experimenting. I like hot weather. I don't need my hot water heater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I just basically hooked up like a nice little like shower head hose thing. That hose thing, I need to like adjust my water pump
Yeah.
because that hose thing blows through water way faster
Turn that fucker
than when I
down.
have it hooked up to my water heater, because my water heater is like I
filters
could
it a
take-
bit, kind of, and regulates
yeah,
the
like
pressure.
with 4 gallons we get 2 showers.
Okay.
And dude, using that hose thing, blowing through that water, I like went through 16 gallons like that.
really?
16 gallons?
16 gallons, dude. Fast as F, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Why is the tank empty? Like, we took 2 showers and washed some dishes. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, I didn't realize it pumped
I
that much.
I
So
haven't tested our
like,
shower, like,
yeah,
as
I
far
need
as, like water pressure. Like, I mean, I tested,
I need
it
to
worked,
adjust
and then
it
I
again.
fucking put it away. But I don't know how
Yeah.
much it's gonna pull.
yeah, we
Ooh.
burn through water fast, dude. So
Wow.
I need to obviously revisit that topic.
right.
Are you talking about your water port system you have at the top? Is that
No,
where
I-
you store your water?
No, he's got like that hot water system. Right?
I put the 16-gallon tank like basically where my rear seats were. Oh. So I put a 16-gallon like tank down there and got rid of all the weight and the water on top.
Got it.
I removed that completely off my rooftop, and I hooked it all up to pumps and stuff like that. So I actually have like a water filtration for drinking water, and then like a little spout for actual like a shower spigot. You get pressurized spigot, I guess you could say, and it just pumps water out way faster when you're just doing straight from the pump out the hose, basically, versus going through the hot water heater. It's like it feels like a good volume of water coming out, but it's like regulated better, I guess.
More
could say.
efficient
Gotcha.
nozzle.
You know what I
on it
mean?
or
So
something, yeah.
Yeah, it's just less water dumping out of that thing. So
Makes sense.
I mean, you could. Well, I mean, if you just want to lighten your load, not carry it with you, but I mean, you could still use it. Just don't have it on, right? Like as far as hot water coming out, like you use the hot water heater as a filter in a sense.
oh yeah, I could
Just keep the
but I
temp
just
all the
I
way
just
down.
want to turn
Yeah,
the pressure
something.
down
Yeah.
because it's just the thing's not small, and it takes up a lot of packing room. So if it's like any kind
Yeah,
of
no, if you can take that out,
hot
yeah.
water camping, I don't need that freaking thing.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, so
Yeah. I feel you. I have the shower that I can, use the burner and heat it up, the Zodi.
Yeah,
But I also have that shower bag thing that collapses down. That you use a
yeah.
little electric pump and it pumps the water, and it's like 2 gallons or whatever. And that's what I use during the summer because it's in a black bag and you just leave it in the sun and then friggin'
yeah.
solar.
Some warm water. Yeah,
Yeah, because you don't need it. I mean, it's hot outside. I mean, it's kind of refreshing
Yeah.
to have it cool water,
yeah, exactly.
Or just like lukewarm.
That's what we found on this last one because my AC actually went out. So
Yeah, dude.
this last little trip we just went up to the Sequoias, like Kings Canyon Sequoias.
Oh yeah.
And that happened
And-
after you had your whole engine rebuild, right?
Yes, this was
Okay.
This was, but they didn't have anything to do with the
No,
AC.
I know. I'm just saying, like sequence wise.
Yeah. So I had the engine rebuilt, pulled the top end, new bearings on all 4 tires, put spindle gussets on, just kind of like some preventative maintenance type stuff. Nothing like needed to be done. Like he was even telling me like, "Are you sure you want to do this right now?"
Sure about that?
Yeah, you sure about that? And I was just like, it's that peace of mind, I guess, when you get out in the middle of freaking nowhere. You don't want something just to
Yeah, it's always a good idea.
disappear on you and then you're walking. I don't mind walking all that much, but I hate walking when I have to.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that?
Your AC went out.
Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, when I had the some of those Total Chaos bucket tower gussets installed, probably a year or two ago now, something like that, and I never realized that my low pressure end hose from my AC was just rubbing against the corner of that gusset, and anyway, so. We're just driving along. It's like 109 degrees when we're up there, and we're just driving down a road. Haven't even had a chance to hit a trail yet. There's.
This is the beginning of the trip.
Yeah, this is like we just got up there, and we're realizing all the crap that's going on up there that we didn't realize was going to be going on up there. And it's like 100
on up there.
It's like 100. I'll go over it.
Okay. Like, wait a minute.
It's hot. It's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah,
it's over 100 degrees.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like in the lower section, it was pretty nice once you're up there. It was like 80 something degrees or whatever. Once
you're in
you're
the
up
shade
the higher
and all that.
elevations and
Yeah.
stuff. But it was like hot. We're just didn't even hit a trail yet. Nothing to, where you would think like, okay, something broke because I hit that pretty hard or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It was just out of nowhere. Like the AC just went from ice cold, hot, like out of nowhere. And I was like,
wait a minute.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? So checked. I was like, had to be a fuse or something, man, because I just had this.
Yeah, it should be
refill,
bulletproof right now,
Like
yeah.
$280 to vacuum line this, and all,
Yeah.
whatever. Everything seemed fine. I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't find it. This sucks. Oh well. But yeah, just basically ended up wearing a hole in one of the hoses.
The little pinhole, just enough to
Leaked it all out, and it was just enough to
Well,
lose
your
all my
your
pressure. So my
refrigerant just went out.
yeah, and then once it gets below I think 20 psi or something like that, the compressor won't even kick on. It doesn't even hit the sensors. Then it won't even turn on. So that was the whole troubleshooting thing. I was like, this doesn't make sense. My compressor's not kicking on. So then I need to find my relay. And then on the 3rd gen 4Runner, the magnetic clutch relay is actually underneath the passenger side glove box. So it's in the weirdest spot. It's not near any, and it's not even just a relay. It's like a relay with a microchip, like a motherboard attached to it. It's so you're looking at it how the fuck do I test this thing? Dude, you know what I mean? I don't even have to get out my ohm meter and what am I touching with this? You know what I mean? It's like a fucking motherboard. Anyway, it wasn't that at all. It just ended up having to just pump some Freon into it, and then I found the leak.
Oh, they just build.
Were you able to do, because they have some AC stop leak stuff, don't they?
It's not that type of hole.
Oh,
It's if it was
a bigger hole.
yeah, it
Not
was
a pinhole.
It was straight in the hose. If it was between maybe an O-ring between two metal connections type thing, I could see something like that working. But no, this is just a straight eaten hole,
dude?
from
Game over.
Duct tape.
yeah, right, yeah.
Solid, dude.
No, it
You're fucking money.
yeah,
Duct tape and some extra zip ties on it.
yeah, right,
Fucking fixed.
yeah. I don't know.
Well, you probably wouldn't put well, how did you fix it from not rubbing again?
I haven't. I'm waiting on the hose right now. So
What's your plan?
Once I get the hose, they have
Like some felt tape or something in between it or something.
no, we have at my work and stuff, when you're working with wires and shit like that, you have
Oh yeah, that
certain type of it's almost like an interduct.
Yeah, I know
but
what you're talking about.
there's different types of wraps and stuff that you can wrap hoses with or cables,
Yeah, 'cause
whatever to
You
keep
can't do
them
that
from
because
rubbing against
copper
shit.
can't touch metal because it'll,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they have certain protectors and stuff. So I got some of that stuff. I was just gonna wrap around the hose, and then if it doesn't feel right to me, I can actually put basically almost like a support on it, I guess you could say, or realistically, I'm just putting a tie on it to hold it away from
Just pulling it away
gusset.
off of the
yeah, exactly, just
I mean,
so it won't rub.
It
But it still
lasted
has flex.
almost 2 years as it was. So I mean, if you put some kind of barrier in between there,
Yeah, I think
and just check it
now-
every year,
Exactly.
I think you're
exactly.
good.
Now that I know that that's a rub spot, I know to check it.
Yeah.
and I know to look at it. Type of thing.
Exactly.
But yeah, we went up there, and I mean, I know Jared knows. I don't know if Ben knows or not. But I like to try to plan everything out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
I
Yeah,
really
you
like
do
to plan
shit
all
like-
this shit out. And
I'm like, you should go last minute. He's like, no, dude, I need a plan A, B, C, D, E, and F.
and sometimes G.
The full
Yeah.
alphabet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because I don't
good
get a lot
prepared.
of time off and shit, so I want to make the best of it when I get the time off.
Yeah.
And so with this whole thing, like I was supposed to have 2 weeks off, and then my lady could only get like 2 days off.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. So then I was like, well, shit, like let's go ahead and go somewhere because I need a vacation. I need some time off.
Something. Just a
let's
little.
go up to Kings Canyon. It's pretty close. And you know, let's just like do some relaxing shit, do some exploring, do some swimming and stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Exploring.
So I only had like 2 or 3 days to really like kind of like look at spots and kind of finalize my route and my
That last minute
spots.
spontaneous trip.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Because I was kind of gave up on it. I was like, well,
Wait.
whatever. I'm just gonna be working, and they're gonna have to wait until the fall or whatever to go on a trip. And so we went up there, and everything that I freaking Googled and looked at, nothing said anything about what ended up happening.
Oh.
So we get up there, and all the spots, all the waterfalls, the swimming holes, everything that we wanted to go to and go see, road closed.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Road closed. This road is closed.
Why?
This road is closed. So I go and I talk to the rangers, and I'm like, hey, you know, like, and I pull out the map. I'm like, is there anywhere else on here that's closed before I continue exploring
myself,
into all these closed roads? Which I should have done in the first place. I should have just went to the ranger station in the very first place because it would have saved me a shit ton of gas money and time. But hey, useful tip for everybody out there.
Yeah.
Just stop at the local station,
And
ask them what's going on before you freaking rip into
My
the
dad
park.
always says, like, call the local ranger station,
Yeah.
fire restrictions, like everything.
Even that though, like I even called beforehand, and like nobody would either answer.
calling
It was
kinda
all
sucks.
recording, this and that. So it's like I like to actually go in there,
Yeah.
and talk to them face to face. And you know, I think it's kind of like a difference too. Like you go in there and you look like a real human being versus like
Some shithead on the phone.
Yeah.
well, I guess like well, even when you're there, you guys know the types that I'm talking about, like that walk in there and they're just like, I'm gonna tell you about a bear I saw last year, and he was near my cabin, and he scared me.
I want to make sure I
and-
report it.
And I just want you to know that there are bears out here, even though that was 25,000 miles north of here. And you know, what I mean? You're just like, dude, like, get out of here, bro.
probably got
You know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so she ended up telling me like all these different roads were closed and this and that. So everywhere we wanted to basically see was closed. And she ended up
Here, pass that down.
Oh.
Sorry.
she ended up informing us that the day that we got up there was actually the opening day.
But it was still closed?
Well, a lot of the roads that we wanted to go down were closed, but that was actually the first day they opened the park. Nothing that I saw anywhere said anything about this is opening day. Nothing said that.
Online
I would have been
and
like,
stuff, yeah.
well, we're gonna avoid this then because we all know how that
That's gonna
goes.
be,
Yeah.
You know what I
Shit
mean?
show, yeah.
And
Busy.
so I don't know. It was just kind of like it was a shit show. So everywhere we wanted to see was closed.
So where's Kings Canyon?
Sequoias.
So
Oh, it is Sequoia.
Southern Sequoias, yeah, basically on the coming in from the west side.
Where like the
mountains
General
versus the east
Sherman
side.
tree is. And
Yeah,
all that
General
kind of
Sherman,
stuff.
General Grant.
Yeah.
Never seen any of that stuff.
It's so rad.
Yeah, it's
Like,
pretty
that's
rad,
like
but it's
bucket
not.
list shit. Oh, really? You didn't?
Well, no, it's I've been there before.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
definitely worth seeing. I think it's freaking cool. It's a beautiful area and stuff.
If you have kids, it's a rad place to take kids.
Yeah, but it's still it's one of those
It's touristy.
it's one of those spots where to me it's almost like a how do I put it?
That'll be
A little
it.
bit more magical pixie pixie dusty Big Bear
Oh,
or
yeah.
Idlewild. You know what I mean? Like it still has like it's right here type of
it's just
vibe,
more majestic
Yeah, for us.
but a little bit nicer
because it
type
took you
thing.
longer to get there.
Yeah, I guess you could say. But if you go to like
Redwoods. Yeah.
on
yeah.
the coast,
That's super magical.
to me, I feel like that's like what the fuck? Where am I?
Yeah.
like a
wanna go
velociraptor's
there.
gonna jump out of the woods any minute. You
Yeah,
know,
dude.
where the Ewoks at. You know, like to me, that's like
Yeah,
the whole,
it was like the
forest floor up there. Is
Return
like,
of the Jedi type vibe.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
get the
exactly.
Mist, ocean mist coming through and everything's fog. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It's just
That's
it's-
Northern
that's-
California
that's
coastal.
magical. You know,
Dude, I wanna
I
go
think
up there.
Yeah. And like Kings Canyon is a little bit more inland, a little more eastern.
It's
so.
higher altitude,
Yeah.
so it's like drier.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like Big Bear but with big trees.
Yeah. It's very
Big
like,
bear, big trees.
it's all it's all campgrounds and it's kind of like you go to your national parks. It's obviously
Yeah.
it is a national park, but and it's all kind of touristy oriented, where it's like you can take tours and you see all that shit driving around. You're not really like
Yeah, there's like
private,
shuttle buses that
secluded.
drop you off at
Yeah.
this and that, and you want to see this
But
or
that's
that.
why I
But
said it's rad for kids to get them into it, because you'll see like the second biggest tree in the world, and
What's the first biggest?
General Sherman is the first, and then General Grant is the second. They're both like within 30 miles of each other.
Yeah.
Something like
Huh? And how old are they?
that. I don't know.
hundreds of years.
Yeah, hundreds of years old. Yeah.
They're huge, dude. And
They're
like,
pretty
there's
big.
like that's where you see those pictures, like the tree you can
The
drive your
pictures-
car through.
Yeah, pictures
you know?
never do it justice.
Yeah, I have like a picture of me and my dad doing that. I'm like posing on the hood of his Trans Am.
Are those the ones they cut a hole through?
Yeah, and you could
Some
drive
of them, yeah.
yeah,
Like they have ones that like fell over the road.
yeah.
Like there's
Laying down.
there's one
The one that's like still standing, you can't drive under anymore. I think I heard
Well,
that one you closed
that one is
off.
in the redwoods.
Oh,
The one that's
you're
still
right.
standing that you drive through is in the redwoods. The one that's down and they have a hole cut in it that you drive through it. That's up in the like Kings Canyon Sequoias. But yeah,
Dude,
If you
I need to go
the,
up there.
I think it's like the Crystal Caves.
yeah. None of that stuff's open, man.
Really?
Right now. Yeah, none of it was open when we went up
Oh,
there.
that
Everything was
sucks, dude. That's
closed.
rad.
They have another gnarly cave that's up there that's been closed for like years, since like
Yeah, they're doing like
2019 or something like that. And they're like, oh well, check the website to see when it's going to be
Yeah,
open.
updates, yeah.
Still not open.
Yeah, I was gonna take Zoe. Like I think it was 2019. Yeah, like everything was just like shut down. I'm like, fuck, really?
Yeah.
No.
Bummer.
And that's like one of those places where like if you want to camp there, like how is camping? Did you find like
So-
we were checking websites and like everything's booked like a year in advance.
So yeah, so all the campsites that's like reservation only booked.
Yeah.
Booked. But that's like pretty much I'm gonna get this mixed up right now. I could probably pull up a map and tell you specifically, but it's like in Kings Canyon National Park, like itself, I think was pretty much all reservations only. But I could be getting these mixed up to where then there's like Sequoia National Park. There's like 3 parks right next to each other, and one is part of the other, and it's different section of the other.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I off the top of my head, I can't really remember right now, but basically one section of the park, which I'm gonna say is Sequoia National Park, you could go do a bunch of off-roading trails and all that kind of shit. There was shit tons of trails up there, all to the north, all to the south, everywhere around it, trails everywhere, dude. All kinds of confirmed trails. Camping, everything. You just dispersed whatever the hell you want. It's available. You just go out there and do it. But I think in Kings Canyon itself, you have to have like a wilderness permit. So you have to basically contact. You have to like contact the office, which I have the phone number for and stuff. Obviously, I can't give it to you guys because I didn't bring it with me.
Google.
Right? There's like the wilderness office up there or whatever, and you can get a permit, but then up into another section of Sequoia National Park, which is, I guess, part of Kings Canyon or on the southern side. I can't really remember exactly what it was. There was still so much snow that just doing day entry, like, just to check it out, you had to have a permit. So you had to actually go in, get your permit to just explore certain trails, and they were like, you have to have chains, you have to have 4x4.
So
you have
crazy.
to have this,
Like
you have to have
we're in
that.
July.
Yeah.
And there's still that much snow up there right
Yeah,
now. It's
yeah.
crazy.
And the lady was like looked at me like she's like, but there's a lot of snow, and I was like, well, like how much? Because
patches here and there.
Like,
Are we talking like
I can go through a lot of snow. Like, don't worry about me.
I got
I got this. Like,
I got
I'm
a
good. I'm good.
winch.
Yeah. I got recovery equipment. I'm good.
I got my
You know?
snowshoes.
She's like, no, there's like 8 feet of snow. I'm like, wait, okay, never mind.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so like I said, we went up there. We had like all of our plans were just, let's go swimming. Let's have a good time. I brought my freaking gold pans.
Hell yeah.
I was,
Yeah, baby.
I was gonna be like, hey man, Kings Canyon, nobody else out here. Let's just hike up this little creek, do some panning. Dude, I'm gonna send a
I'm
video to
itching
Ben.
to do the next one,
I
man.
know, right?
Itching.
I'm
Can't
so
wait to
bummed
go
I
out
missed
again.
I missed.
Well, we were talking about like
bummed
Mike Johnson. He wants to go.
Oh, no shit.
I went out with him for my birthday last weekend, and I was telling him about that trip. I'm like, dude, okay, wait, because I'm trying to get him to come camping with us. He's more of like, he just started he bought like a razor and shit. He's all into the desert. That's what we grew up doing. Like we're all.
He bought a razor.
Yeah. Well, we grew
Might
up.
as well be a Can-Am.
Right. Actually, it might be a Can-Am. I don't remember. I don't know. But he got a.
I don't
he
know.
bought a
I'm not in the
side-by-side.
razor crowd. Yeah.
But cause we grew up in the desert doing desert shit. But I'm like, dude, you got to come out with us. And I'm like, oh wait, I got a trip for you, dude. We're planning. We're gonna go gold panning. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm fucking down. Back in the day, like 08, when we were fucking unemployed, because of recession and stuff, we would just sit home all day and watch fucking Gold Rush.
Gold Rush.
And like literally, we would just watch it, fucking binge watch it on his couch. So he's 100% on board.
Right on.
So yeah, he's gonna come with us. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, we got to put a little another little Gold Rush thing together. Yeah, we were we started a group chat called the Overland Gold Diggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta bring it up again.
Yep. We'll have to plan another one.
Well, I got a kid coming, so I'm gonna be missing out in the next few months.
Yeah, we'll bring that up here toward the end a little bit too. But yeah, well, I was just gonna say because we're gonna take a little.
Oh yeah.
Siesta, but
siesta.
Yeah, so like, okay, so I want to know more like about your trip though. Like, so you just got up there, right? And your radiator or your AC went out.
Yeah. So we got up there. We were driving all over the place. Everywhere's closed. We go to drive down. We went and like saw like General Grant and stuff.
Okay.
And then we went to go see like General Sherman, and the ranger stops us in the middle of the road. We're like, he's like, "Where are you guys going?" We're like, "We're gonna go out to these waterfalls, maybe go see General Sherman." And he's like, "There's no more parking at all on that side of the park." And I'm like,
The whole park?
"General Sherman's like another 20 miles down the road. What do you mean there's no parking?"
Yeah.
It's like, "There's nothing available." And I'm like, "Okay, well then I'm not going to either one of those then."
Yeah.
He's like, because like he's like, if
that.
you want to do any of those, you have to basically pull over right here,
Right
take
now,
a shuttle, take
yep.
a shuttle down there. You know what I mean? And like I see like just constant people from outside the country hopping on all these shuttles and shit. And I'm just like, yeah, dude,
that does not sound like a good time.
I'm not into this, dude. My AC just went out, blah blah blah. And so then I just told him, I was like, you know what? I'm just going out the other side of the park. He's like, okay, roger that. So we drove down towards General Sherman, and there's plenty of open parking. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what the hell he was talking about.
Of course.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to like use the shuttles so it doesn't get crowded.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of retarded ass drivers though, dude. Like people like would literally slam on their brakes in the middle of the road and like let people out of their car. Like block the road. Like it's like just a little 2-lane road. They would just slam on their brakes, stop. And you're like, I have a heavier vehicle than you. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't stop like your little Audi does. You know what I mean? And I'd slam on my brakes, and then they would like let their kid out, and then they would continue on at 12 miles an hour down the road. And I'm like, get the fuck, like, what the hell are you doing here? Anyway, so we ended up just going down to Pismo Beach.
Oh,
We said whatever, we're gonna head towards. Well, Pismo was actually the next day. We ended up just we're like, you know what, we're gonna go down to San Luis Obispo area again, hang out down there, maybe hang out, see some antique shops or something like that.
Yeah.
My lady likes antique shops. I do too. I'll admit it.
nothing wrong with antique.
Yeah, so we went down there, camped in the mountains right above there, and my God, once again, I get so disappointed in people.
Yeah.
They're just leaving all their little freaking white roses
Yeah, people ruin it
everywhere, cigarette butts everywhere, beer bottles everywhere. So we're going around picking up everybody else's trash again.
Sucks.
And I'm like, what the hell? And it's actually when we pulled into that camp spot. You guys know those I think we were talking about earlier those fireplace candles I got you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like a what's
It's
I
probably
can't
like
remember the
7
name of
or
that thing?
8. It's like a big.
If you
tin.
remember, like when Christmas time, that
Yeah.
cookie tin that you would get, your grandma would always
The
have little
blue
sugar
one.
cookies in there. Yeah.
The shortbread sugar cookies.
but it's like a giant. It's like a giant candle, and it has 8 different wicks in it or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Big wicks, and when you light it, it actually turns into like a little miniature fire. It's like a.
Yeah.
I've been pretty impressed with them, dude. I like them.
I can't wait. What's
What are
it
they
called?
Radiate.
Radiate portable campfire. It's in like a little cookie tin.
Campfire in a can.
Yep.
It's actually pretty rad.
Made of what is it? soy wax or something, recycled soy wax or something. Anyway, I've actually been pretty impressed with these things. So I brought one with me, but I just like at the last minute I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring one of those. So I just grabbed it and threw it inside my trasheroo, hanging on the back of my tire, and it was like 109 degrees or something. Don't eat my shoe,
Daisy.
So I don't notice this, but like I think I was like at a gas station or something like that, or maybe it was actually when I got to camp. We started getting into camp at San Luis Obispo in the mountains, and we get out and I look at the back of the truck and there's like fucking grease and shit, just like this is what it looks like. It just looks like straight
Splatter, yeah.
grease or something, splattered all over the fucking back of my truck and shit. And I'm like, fuck, did I run over something? Is this leaking out of something? Now I'm like, I'm going into panic mode. I'm like, what the fuck?
My AC's out. Do I have another leak?
Yeah, I'm like, what could this be coming out of? Like, this does not look like anything that comes that I put. I haven't put this type of grease into anything. Where is this coming from? And like, I touch it with my finger and I smell it. I was like, but it smells good. Like it smells delicious. Like, what is this? And it turns out that the whole candle, because it got so hot,
It's wax.
the whole thing melted completely out of the tin, and it was leaking out the little like drain hole on the bottom of my trasheroo thing.
Yeah.
It's not actually a trasheroo,
But yeah,
it's like
Off
that
different
type,
brand, yeah.
so people know what I'm saying, I guess. It was leaking out of that, and I had the little strap down flaps like tied down, but they're like dangling underneath it.
The danglers.
Well, yeah, the wax was leaking down those straps, and as I'm driving, they're like flapping back and forth in the wind. So that's just flipping the wax
I bet
everywhere.
the person driving behind you is so pissed. It's like they're trying to use their windshield wipers and they're spreading it, and it's like, oh shit, I can't see.
That's exactly what Shelby said. She was like, I hope nobody was that close behind you.
I guarantee you, dude, you ruined their fucking front end.
Oh, fuck. I'd be pissed.
Just wads of it, dude. Just wads. It got all over my backup camera, and like freaking
what a
license
mess.
plate, freaking everywhere. This shit's fucking everywhere.
Oh, now you got a wax sealed bag.
Yeah, right. So I'm like going around like wiping all this shit off. The AC's out. I'm just getting all pissed off.
Yeah.
Like park's all closed. I don't know.
Perfect
We were just
storm.
trying to make the best of it, but we had a good night. And then I'm cooking dinner, and
You guys are in
we
Pismo
opted-
now, right?
no, not Pismo.
this-
We're in the hills above San Luis Obispo.
Okay.
So I'm cooking dinner, and like nothing can get worse. Nothing can get worse, right? And so we opt for that like macaroni and cheese and cheese deluxe. So you don't have to like mix milk or nothing like that.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
comes with
Dump it
cheese.
in,
If you guys
yeah.
ever
Hot
made
water,
that one,
yeah.
I've never known that existed. She introduced it to me, and I was like,
Oh.
"What? I don't have to have milk and butter separate and blah blah blah."
Nope.
I was like, "This is legit." Anyway, it was delicious. But I make the noodles and I go to dump it out, and I'm not paying up 100% attention. I'm
course.
draining the noodles, and the whole lid pops off. And
Oh,
dump all the
man.
noodles onto the ground, and I'm like, motherfucker.
What did Shelby say?
Tipping point.
She was just like, yeah, well, you idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to keep my cool. I'm like, oh, this is my only vacation.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
Breath work.
We're good. We're good. And so the only thing I had was some penne noodles. So I ended up just cooking up some penne noodles. So instead of having it with pasta, we mixed it with the cheese and so on. We made it work. It was still really good. But yeah,
Just slice up a hot dog and throw it in there like a little kid.
Right?
Dude, that's dude, I want to do that tonight. I'm so hungry right now.
Hell yeah.
Are you?
Make some mac and cheese, slice
Dude,
up some hot
I
dogs.
see the other day like chili mac. I'm like, dude, why don't I not make chili mac at camp ever?
Dude.
Sounds bomb right now. I'm fucking
What
hungry.
kind of chili to
Anyways,
use?
huh?
What kind of chili to use? Like the
Hormel.
like the
Yeah.
Hormel. I was about to say.
Yeah.
The one you heat up in your muff pot.
Yeah. Right.
There you go.
But yeah, then we woke up in the morning, cleaned up everybody else's trash so we could see. I wasn't picking up everybody's toilet paper that they left behind. Freaking idiots. Note to all you motherfuckers out there, dude, if you're gonna take a shit, dig
Bury
a
it.
hole.
Yeah,
I don't
bury
care.
deep.
I don't care if you didn't bring a shovel. Okay, use your damn hands. Use a stick. I don't care. Go in a bag. Figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
But don't leave it on top of the damn
Blow it
ground
around. I put
for
a stick
everybody
on top of
to
it.
enjoy the view of. Anyway, so 4th of July weekend, we go down to Pismo, and I'm like, obviously there's no spots available, but we could like go down there and check it out.
Yeah, you can at least drive on the
So that's what I was going to ask you. So I know you have to have like a pass to camp, but can you just like enter the beach and pay like your day fee or whatever?
Yeah, day fee's $5.
And how many people do they allow to do that?
I think it's like 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's
or
quite a
2,000
bit.
vehicles. Yeah, it's
like
a lot.
I think 100 are allowed to camp, and then
250, I think, are allowed
is
to
it that
camp.
much? I thought it was
It's only like 10% can actually camp.
Yeah,
I think it was like 250 are allowed to camp, and I think that includes the dunes. So I'm not sure.
yeah, you're allowed in the dunes.
I think it was 250, and then like I think it was like 2,000 for day use or something like that.
But you weren't planning on camping there.
That would have been cool. That was actually a thought that went through my head because we got down there with no AC and it was actually
nice
kind of
and
like
cool.
overcast. It
Yeah.
was nice breeze, and we ended up having a nap on the beach.
Yeah,
Anyway, it was pretty nice. But that's why I almost hit you up and I was like, how much was the fee? Like, how much did they ticket you?
Oh, the ticket? It was
Like $75, $100
it
bucks.
was like 100 and something. Like
But
100.
you had a...
See, I almost.
Yeah, I ended up fought it.
Oh, okay. And then they just
See,
released it.
Yeah.
I don't advise this, but obviously they told me there's no camp spots available. But I almost in my head was
Cheaper
like,
than a hotel.
exactly.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
almost like, I'll take the ticket.
Yeah, it's nicer.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, just give me the
Well,
ticket.
if you get
and
a
I get
ticket,
to
do they
stay
kick
here.
you out?
No.
At the same time?
You
Or
just
do you
wake
just
up to
get a fee?
I
just
woke
wake up
up
to
with
a
a
ticket.
ticket on my windshield.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I don't advise people
Don't-
doing
yeah,
this.
don't
Don't
do
do
that,
this. But
Try to follow the rules.
if
Yeah.
I had nowhere else to sleep, like that seemed like a pretty nice option.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just go ahead and give me the ticket. I'll give the park an extra amount of money. Why not? But yeah, we had a nap on the beach and then we
Nice.
ended up just heading home. Well, we headed down to Santa Barbara, hung out in Santa Barbara for a little while. I showed her Santa Barbara. She's never been there before.
I love Santa
Yeah,
Barbara.
it's a rad little town.
Yeah. Yeah. But like before that, like I finally did the Mojave Trail. You guys
Oh,
are
that's
always
right.
talking about Mojave Trail.
Yeah,
Wait, you did
this
Mojave?
trip. Not on this trip.
Not on
but
this last trip. but-
Previous.
I was like, whoa,
Before
that's a
this.
long ass trip,
No, no,
dude.
no, no,
Like,
no.
No.
Wait, how long? So that trip you like lasted you about 4 days, right?
3 days.
3 days. Okay, yeah.
3 days.
three
2
days
nights.
up to Sequoia and then over to Pismo and down.
Oh no. This one was only we only did one night. It was just basically Saturday and Sunday. We got home Sunday night, like at 10:30 at night.
Oh, doing the Sequoia thing, and then you camped in San Luis
Yeah.
Obispo
Yeah,
area.
it's cut it short
we were
because of the
planning
AC.
we were planning on being there until today.
Oh,
But my AC went out and shit, and we were just like, "Fuck it, let's just go home."
Yeah. Yeah, that night.
And all the main thing, I think I would have fought through the whole AC thing, but because all the park was closed,
Yeah, nothing
all
to
the parks
see
that you
now.
wanted to see,
yeah.
so we were just like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, you should have hit me up. I could have dropped you some pins for some rad little spots along the beach to go check out. I mean, you're already up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you went up there with Jess
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
in the disco
Yeah. And
before
we
it
all-
took a shit.
Yeah, before the AC went on that one, yeah.
The motor went out on that one, dude.
But yeah, so we left at like 3 a.m. on Saturday morning, went up there, did our thing, came back. Sunday night, we were home like around 10:30 at night.
Wow.
Good little getaway.
That's a turn and burn, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
A long
A
way.
lot of
Yeah.
miles for.
I was
yeah.
kind of mad. She was trying to keep me calm, and I was just like, "This motherfucker, you know."
Yeah.
I was angry.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying not to be, but
It's hard.
But what's up with Mojave? What happened? Like, when did you go?
So Mojave, that was like, I don't know. I could look
A
it
month
up,
ago?
but like probably like two,
Yeah, a little
2
over
months
a month
ago or
ago.
something.
It's like
that.
May?
something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was warm out there then.
So like, I haven't. It was pretty warm. It wasn't too bad though because there was like we got some thunderstorms and shit.
Dude, we had a really mild early summer. So,
Yeah, it didn't
So-
hit until like this week.
yeah, really. What where did you start?
So we started on the west side and went east.
Afton Canyons out.
Basically, yeah, started like near that campground. What's the name of that campground?
Yeah,
near the bridge,
where the water crossing.
Yeah, Afton Canyon Campground, yeah.
Is that what it was?
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, could be.
Some jazz.
It's like right there, and then you
Yeah.
cross the waters and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went from there to the east all the way to the Colorado River. And So we did it, I think, in reverse of what most people.
Yeah,
do.
we usually start at the Colorado and go
Come back. Yeah.
west.
Yeah, it was like funny because like my brother kept hitting me because I don't have 4-wheel drive. I just have the rear locker. So my brother's like constantly giving me shit because he has 4-wheel drive and his other buddy that we went with, he has 4-wheel drive with a locker.
What were they driving?
My brother has a Tundra.
Okay.
And then his buddy's girlfriend had a newer Tacoma with Tacoma TRD with the rear locker.
Factory rear locker.
Yeah, and 4-wheel drive. Excuse me. And so the whole time he was giving me shit, dude. He's like, I don't know if you're gonna make it, dude. I don't know.
I love it, dude.
I don't know if you can do it.
I don't know if you're gonna make it, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm good. Just pull you
Do you have
way.
recovery equipment? Do you have a winch? Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have a shovel? Do you have that? Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, don't worry about me, man. Like,
That's just your older brother.
I've been there. I've done that, dude. I've been recovering vehicles since I was like freaking 18 years old, or even before that. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this for a little while. You know what I mean? And so we go out there, and like, there's only really like one part. I think I threw my locker on when I had to back up in the sand when I was turning around. Like twice I did that. I put my locker on just to back up on a hill.
Because they have some
turn
soft
around.
sand spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really like that soft sandy gravel. Mm-hmm. And the other time I threw it on going up a hill because there was his main concern was this one hill. And if you're heading from west to east, eastbound,
I think I know what you're talking about.
right past, once you pass the rock house.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're actually on the Mojave Trail, there's a hill that goes up instead of coming down. If you guys
And
are
it's kind of,
and it's very, the whole
Hippie,
camber
yeah.
shit.
I am
Yeah.
so lost.
I've done that, but coming the other direction, coming down that hill.
Yeah, coming down.
Yeah,
the hill.
yeah.
Yeah, we went up that hill.
Okay. I know what you're talking about then. Yeah.
So I was in the lead because they didn't have any mapping. They didn't have any, like, they were just like, oh,
Winging it.
So they were winging it, and you were all planned out. You have
Yeah,
A, B,
exactly.
C, D, E, F, G plans.
Exactly. So I had everything, all my, markers and shit on my maps. And so they would start leading the way, and I'd be like, hey, bro, you're going to the left. You're going to the left. You're not on the trail anymore. You need to come back to the right. And like, you're off the trail again. You need to come back. You're off the trail again.
There's multiple trails that have not been traversed in years.
But they like they didn't have radios, so I gave them my radios. I was like, hey,
who are these people?
yeah, this
Calling you out.
Oh, well, here's like the weird thing though.
Do you
too, is
know
like,
how to recover?
Do you even Overland, bro?
Well, here's like the weird thing is like my brother's done crazy shit.
Yeah, your brother's hardcore.
Like
dude.
I think I don't know if his like mind is like he just understands
goes,
like
yeah.
this is I'm just gonna fucking deal with it. I don't know if that's like
Whatever the
like, I'm gonna
universe brings me.
survive. I'm gonna survive, and I know it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he has that kind of confidence, I guess, and God bless him.
Is this the tattoo artist?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has the tattoo shop, Old Rose. Shout out, I guess,
in
Old
Temecula,
Rose in
yeah.
Temecula. Aaron Mason, good dude.
where I got my
Hard to get him to
tattoo.
talk sometimes, but but yeah, but he's like literally taking Harley Davidsons all the way up to Alaska, through Alaska, and back on a fucking Harley.
Yeah.
One wheel drive.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and he's
hardcore,
got the gnarliest fucking stories as if you can get him to talk. Like, I was trying to get him to talk on this because I like never get to hang out with my brother. This is like the first time we've hung out in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Really?
You know? Yeah. Like we see
Well,
each
you
other
see-
for like
yeah.
Christmas and Thanksgiving, and that's like it.
Wow.
We never like hang out. And so this is like the first time we hung out in forever. And like I'm trying to get these stories out of him because like he'll open up to my dad or my mom, and I hear a little bit from them. And I'm like, dude, tell me like what happened on this trip? What's going on? Tell me this stuff, And when you get him to actually open up about something, he thinks it's something funny, and he just starts telling the story. He's like so animated, and he's a great storyteller.
Get him on the
But-
podcast, man.
No, I want him to, because he can tell the stories way better than I can. Like I was just telling you guys earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just saying like my brother's a damn good storyteller, and like just him telling stories about him going down like some of the roads up there, like the trucks cannot slow down, like
the
they can't
truckers and
stop.
stuff? Yeah.
The truckers. So he's talking about like he gets on this Harley Davidson with his goggles. his goggles are getting so covered with mud that he just sees through like little pinholes, and he's trying to like wipe off the mud as he's driving down these roads, and you can't stop because the trucks are right behind you, and they can't see either, and they won't stop because of the mud and the ice and shit. And
Is this like the
snow?
The Dempsey Highway or
Yeah,
something?
the Dempster. Yeah.
Dempster.
What is sure.
Dumpster Highway?
But he's like hauling ass down that thing, dude. And like he's talking about like they had to like pull over because some guy broke down, and the trucks were just going past him at like 65 miles an hour within like inches.
Yeah.
And it's not asphalt.
It's like they won't stop.
Yeah, it's like gravel.
No, it's just straight mud.
Yeah.
It's just straight like mud, ice, shit. You know what I mean?
Hard mud.
Yeah, and like, dude, he would have to tell these stories, man, because
You're not
I'm
doing
gonna
it
skip
justice,
past
right?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna do it justice. But it was like one of the funny things he was talking about too, and I will not be able to do this again. But I was just laughing my ass off. But he was talking about how they were like refueling or something. They were grabbing some snacks or some shit from somewhere. And they were talking about like, you know, locals are really friendly, but they had like this weird accent and shit, you know, so some guys, you can't really tell what the hell they're saying. And he was just overhearing one of the guys talking to one of the buddies that was on the trip with him. And he was talking about like some sort of snow monster ripping your tongue off. And my brother, the way that my brother heard it was like, what the fuck? There's like a snow yeti out here, like some sort of
Am I going to die?
yeah,
Wait a minute, dude.
some sort of freaking crazy creature that just
what
pops
a
out of the
fucking
woods
Harley
and
out here, yeah.
rips your tongue off. Like, what the fuck?
I'm over here
So-
riding a Harley
so, like,
behind some big
Yeah.
rigs with no visibility.
So they like
And he's worried about a Yeti.
right? So they finish up the conversation. My brother like pulls his buddy to the side. He's like, "What the fuck? Dude, this guy's talking about some crazy monster like ripping your tongue off." And he's like, "Oh no, no, no! Like the ice sheets in the road will like crack up and push up on each other or whatever, and the tongue on your trailer or the tongue on your truck will like, catch that chunk of ice and it'll rip your tongue off your truck." And my brother's like, "Oh God!" I was like talking about some freaking.
Yeah, but like he's on a motorcycle. Is this like a ramp? Is he gonna like launch? Like, what the fuck?
I know,
I'd be
right?
more scared about that.
I know, right?
Some people
I don't
do
know.
evil
It was
shit out
freaking
there.
crazy, dude. But
Jeez.
anyway, he could tell the stories way better than I can. But anyway, so we're out in Mojave, and he's like giving me all this shit. He's like, "Oh, I don't know if you're gonna make it. I don't know if you're gonna make it." And that was basically his main concern was that little hill climb that was all off camber and shit
Yeah.
back and forth. And I'm in the lead, and we pull up.
Are you
to
talking
it.
about that one where there's a bypass and you can go on that smooth road around it?
Yeah, there's several
There's probably a
bypasses for like
bypass.
almost everything. Yeah.
Okay, I think I know where you're at. You're in like the middle of the Mojave Road.
Yeah, if you're coming, well, no, that'd be like near the end. Like it was like right near the Rock House.
What's the Rock House? Sorry.
Where
The
the
old artist,
guy.
the old artist guy,
Yeah.
lived out there
In the Joshua Tree
stone
area?
house. Yeah, kind of out there, and he has like the sign over the fireplace that says like, "I can see you from within 2 miles. So if you're hostile,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot at your ass," or something like that.
Wasn't that the old army guy or something like that who like got mustard gassed back in the war?
Yeah, that was the original guy.
Yeah.
and then the artist ended up moving into it.
Oh yeah,
after
yeah,
him.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
But anyway, that was like his main concern was like he's not, you know, he didn't think I was gonna be able to make it up that hill.
Yeah.
So I pulled up to it, and I've seen a lot of hills like that. And
Yeah.
like, my main concern is like mostly like loose stuff. That's what I have
Getting
trouble with.
traction.
Is like
yeah.
a lot of loose shit. That's where I have my main troubles. And I pulled up to it, and immediately on the radios they're like Kevin, my brother's buddy, was immediately behind me, and my brother was in the back.
Okay.
So I pull up and I stop, and I'm just looking at my line
Yeah,
real
figuring
quick,
your
like,
line, yeah.
well, you know, when am I going to take up this thing? And Kevin hits me up on the radio because he starts to see me go forward again. He's like, "Hey man, go ahead and stop. Let me get out, and I can guide
Spot
you.
you. Yeah.
Go ahead and spot you." And I'm like, "Oh no, dude, I don't
I got this.
I ain't no bitch.
like no no worries, no worries. I'm just looking at my line real quick, and I flip my locker on.
Right on it.
Right up to the top, and I pull over. And immediately over the radio, they're like, "What the fuck? Like, how'd you fucking do that, dude?" You know, and I'm like, I don't know. I just picked where my tires would be on the ground, and I went up. And anyway, so they were giving me shit about that. They're like, "Dude, are you sure that's fucking 2-wheel drive? Are you sure? Are you sure it's not 4-wheel drive?" Blah blah blah, giving me all this shit. And so Kevin actually had his girlfriend drive up with 4-wheel drive and a locker. And she was like sketched the fuck out.
Yeah.
So we're like, Kevin was like, just follow his line.
Yeah. He didn't
just
two-wheel drive.
do what
You
he
should be
did.
good, babe.
And she was like, he did it too fast. I don't know how the fuck I don't know what line he took, you know?
That would have been, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but she made it up fine.
Yeah.
And then my brother, he doesn't have a locker. He just has 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
And so he was having like a lot of trouble. And Kevin was trying to spot for him. But I don't know. Like they were, I guess he was reading the road differently because he's used to driving his FJ. And I think he has 4-wheel drive and a locker. So I think he was used to his truck and he wasn't used to the idea of my brother having only 4-wheel drive with no lockers. So I was trying to look at the line that he would take differently than you would.
He's a little wider
if you have
than you too.
If you have a locker, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because there's different. You got to look at how the tires are gonna,
Yeah, where they're
you
going to
know,
grab.
articulation
where they're gonna
and everything.
Yeah, and where they're gonna have the grip versus not. And because obviously, you know, if you're 4-wheel drive without a locker, you're still basically 2-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
In a way.
you know what I mean?
In
Like,
a way, in certain instances.
Yeah. So I think he was just looking at it differently. So my brother was having a lot of trouble. So then I got out and I went down there and then I started spotting my brother. And I was like, no, turn in this way, turn in that way. And then he started making his way up because he was just trying to keep his tires level, you know, but then he made it up. And, but they were both very surprised with the capabilities of the 4Runner. They were like, dude, like that thing shocked us.
Yeah.
You know, big time.
I'm always
So,
surprised, dude. That thing does great.
yeah, I think it does great.
We can get you stuck.
I'm totally fine with it. I've been stuck a bunch of times. Let's do it. I'm just not cool with breaking shit. I just don't like to break stuff.
Yeah, don't do rock crawling.
Yeah. No, I'm not into that. That's the main thing. Like I think the main problems I've had so far that I found is either like really loose shit, or really steep shit where I have to like pop up and over something because I just don't have the low gearing. So I can't.
You got it re-geared when you had the locker in, right?
Yeah, I have 4.88s, but I don't have like a transfer case to go into low.
Low range, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't have that ability. I can't crawl.
You're kind of like an all-wheel drive in a way, but with 2-wheel drive.
It's confusing.
So basically you're 2-wheel drive.
So, but sometimes I'll come up to like something where you need to like crawl up and out of it, and I can't. I don't have.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The transmission.
You don't have the torque.
You know, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Bump
so
over it, yeah.
that's why I've been basically reinforcing the shit out of my front end because I have to skinny pedal it. So if I realize I can't get up over that, I have to back out. And then I have to slam it and just boom. And I have to bounce
If you
up and
don't
over it,
succeed, hit it with some speed.
That's right.
Exactly. So yeah, that's why I've been making sure my whole front end is like strong as shit because I have to hit shit sometimes hard. And that's what I was doing on this last trip, or not this last one, but in Mojave, like there's certain sections where I just wanted to have some fun, dude.
Yeah.
And I would just fucking fly through that shit, dude. And I was hitting rocks hard, dude. Boom, 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 dude. And I was enjoying every minute of it, dude.
How many days did you do it in?
3 days, but it was easily 2. It was a 2-day trail, in my opinion. The only reason why it was 3 days is because we did a bunch of bypasses, or not bypasses, but
offshoots, and
like
stuff,
offshoots, like side trails and shit.
Yeah,
Did you see all like the normal shit, like the frogs and all that
mailbox, the penny cans, all that
We didn't find the penny
lava
can.
tubes.
I looked for the penny can because I have it marked on my map, but I didn't
It's moved.
see it.
It's actually back.
Dude, I heard somebody somebody took it down and then somebody put up a different one. It was like a rubber cup or something like that.
They didn't want it hanging from a
one.
Joshua tree, and they don't want it
Yeah.
to like hurt the Joshua tree. So that's why there's like a memorial for some dude, and then there is also a penny can.
Okay.
They kind of moved it.
Yeah, I didn't see the penny can, but we did see like mailbox, the lava tubes, the hole in the rock.
And you think you can do that in 2 days from start to finish?
Yeah, easy.
That's a lot of dirt miles, dude. In those 2 days,
Easy, dude.
we usually go out on
But that was
Thursday, Fridays.
that was without my woman in the car though. She didn't come with me, so she was always telling me to slow down.
You could probably do it in 2 days, but 3 days is comfortable.
Yeah, 3 days would be definitely more comfortable.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when last time I did, I think it was like 3 days.
Like I think
3 or 4 days.
3 days if you're doing the offshoots for sure.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing the trail, from start to finish, 2 days easy, dude.
I remember we
Like honestly, you could do it in one day. You could do the whole trail in one day. If you get there, you start early and you just fucking what?
Yeah.
If you hot dog,
that's a day trail.
Yeah, if you're not stopping along the way and doing,
we usually stop and hang out and check everything out.
Yeah.
Big group.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we did it in 3 nights though. I think it was like we drive out on Thursday, camp Thursday night at Balancing Rock, and then Friday morning we wake up early and go at it, and then stay the night for a second night, and then go again.
I think we did it in 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. I was trying to think about it, like where we camped. I can't remember. I think we camped in like the like that lava rock mining or whatever area spot, and then there was another spot just outside of Fort Paiute. I think those were the only 2 nights we camped. I can't remember.
Yeah, we went up to Fort Paiute and everything too.
Yeah, we went to Fort Paiute.
Yeah. My brother was saying like they actually went up the backside trail like years ago.
Yeah, they used to. They closed it down.
Yeah, but it's like exactly. It's like completely closed.
I wish it was open because that looks like a dope area to go through.
Rad.
Yeah,
because it looks like a completely different world. You like go from the desert to like these oak trees and like this creek and everything.
Yeah.
Like
now it's like you could barely see where the trail was, but it was like, it's all fucked up.
Yeah, it's all overgrown now. Okay, well that's cool. Right on.
Yeah.
You made it. You're here to tell about it.
Yeah.
Survived.
So just so people know, like if like you don't need a locker to do Mojave. Like if you wanted to test yourself, you could give it a shot.
A little driver's
feel.
Yeah, but make
Just
sure
go
if
with a
you're gonna
buddy.
test yourself. Yeah, make sure you have somebody with you.
Yeah, go with a buddy. Yeah, for sure.
Don't go out there in your Honda Civic by
and
yourself.
make sure you have the recovery gear.
If you have a 3rd gen 4Runner, you will need extra fuel.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing
did-
out there.
I
Is
did.
fuel and water.
I did need at least an extra 6 gallons.
Really? How many gallons is your tank?
Dude, it's so debated.
I think we talked about this
debated.
last time. you were
Yeah,
here.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
What does the internet say?
I think the internet says like 18, 17 gallons, some shit like that. I've only been able to get 13 gallons in my tank.
Really?
I've only been able, like when I'm
How low
on
do you get
empty,
it?
when I'm on empty with gas light on,
Yeah.
I put in like 13 and a half gallons.
Usually, once your gas light goes on, you still got like another 20
No.
miles or so.
I get that, but
All right.
It's like a gallon extra.
that's not how I run it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've only been able to get like 13 gallons in it from empty. So a lot of people say, oh yeah, there's like 5.5 gallons in reserve, and shit like that. But I'm like, that seems like a lot fucking reserve.
That's a lot of reserve.
Usually, it's like 2. I think.
Yeah, but
That's usually
that's
my
what
math.
a lot of these guys are claiming. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you made it.
Maybe somebody else. Maybe somebody else will be able to enlighten me. I don't know, but that's what my vehicle gets. And that's what I put in it. So
Nice. So that was a fun
I
trip.
don't know. It was honestly like it'd be like I don't know if it wasn't for like the history and shit. Like kind of just like you have to basically go on the offshoots. Like you have to
Yeah,
go
make it
see like the
interesting.
historical stuff to make it interesting.
Well, you're more of a pines guy. You're not a big desert fan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
But I think
In January, it's awesome.
yeah.
I think so. I don't know. I love the desert in the winter.
Yeah, I think I love everywhere better in the winter. To be honest,
yeah, true.
I think I just like the winter better. But yeah, I mean it was a good trail. It had some spots that were pretty freaking rad. Cool mine shafts and shit, and little weird constructions and
Yeah,
shit
fun little
going on,
stop offs here and there. It's fun.
yeah,
to
it was
see stuff.
definitely worth seeing.
Hey, you've done it.
Yeah,
Now you can move on.
exactly.
Check that off the list, right?
I go back every year.
Yeah. The only thing that's one of the things though is I know I was totally screwing it up last time, but that Wenworks rear bumper that I got a recap on this real fast.
Okay, yeah. Because remember, you had to reinforce it.
Yeah, I had to reinforce the freaking latch.
Mm-hmm.
That latch, okay, the latch they used is made by a company called Bisco Industries.
That's the one you put on.
No, that was the one that it comes with.
Oh, got it.
That they used to put on it. I'm sorry. I'm calling them out right now. Don't use that latch no more, guys. That latch is garbage. Okay.
Well, yeah. 'cause
all
you
my
had to fix
rivets,
it.
all my rivets are bending out. I got to replace it completely. That latch is garbage. I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bisco latch.
I just gotta say it.
If you're at home building your own, get a different one.
yeah. I'm gonna have to remove that whole thing and replace it. But that thing's been nothing but a headache.
It's all good. Everything has like weak points, and they could do better. Maybe they'll learn. Maybe they'll put on a different latch.
I just had to bring that up
Yeah, man.
because it's been so frustrating.
More frustrating than not having AC.
It gives you something to tinker with. You like to tinker.
It was like one of those things though, dude. It's like literally like something would happen like within hours of leaving for a trip.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, no fucking way, I gotta fix this right freaking now. You know what I mean? Like it's like one of those things. Get all fucking sorry. I'm saying the F word a lot. My bad.
It's okay.
You're on the right podcast for it. So
Yeah. Little kids listening. Hopefully not.
yeah, no, it's always like that. Anytime, like it's funny because I know a lot of people are doing like the Pacific Northwest Expo right now, and everybody I'm talking to is like literally like who's going is like trying to finish up like a project. Like, yeah, but I got like 2 weeks before I go on this major trip. I'm gonna start a huge project on my truck like right fucking now, dude. Yeah, I know tons of people are like scrambling, like just adding one more cool thing before your trip, and yeah.
Well, that's because overlanding's all about a measuring contest. Who's got the latest and coolest gear?
I'm just
that,
trying to
but
make
it's
my
just-
shit more comfortable.
Exactly.
For me,
Yeah,
dude.
like I got a new edition. Yeah, I want to use it before this next trip. So
Are you going up into Washington afterward?
yeah, we're gonna go. We're only gonna go to Expo for like a day, go see everybody. We might. Well, yeah.
It's more about like the whole experience than it is about the expo itself.
Yeah, I could care less about all the I mean, not that. No, that's not true. There are some products I want to see, but I've already seen a majority of the stuff there. So it's more like just it's a congregation of all my friends from all over the place are all going to be there, kind of thing. So
except for me and Eric.
yeah, except for you two fuckers. Yeah, no, but like
We'll make it.
it's fun to like be able to run into people you don't get to see very often. So that's kind of the whole point of it, And we've actually been invited to like a couple of gatherings after Expo that are happening on there, and like we weren't really planning on that. So we're like, well, shit, we might be staying there an extra night. I don't know.
How far into Washington are you gonna go?
Not very far.
Oh, not very far. Okay.
Literally just cutting the bottom corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cause we're there's some I can't remember the name of the I don't know. Some falls. We're gonna hit kind of like the bottom right corner of Washington. We're gonna hit through there, see that. We talked about trying to do some other spots up in there, but our main goal is to go north more and northeast. Go to like through. We'll probably camp in Washington. We'll leave Expo and just haul ass, Sunday morning. And then actually we're going to leave Expo and go north and then as far as we can. And then Sunday morning or Sunday camp in Washington, probably around those falls. I think we're going to meet up with a listener up there. And then from there we'll leave up to Coeur d'Alene and then go up to Glacier National Park. We're just going to play it by ear up there. We want to stay a day, we'll stay a day. If we want to stay 2 days, we'll stay 2 days. We don't know.
I was like,
There's a lot to see up there.
Depending on your
like,
timing and your route, I was gonna be like, dude, you should go to that little town Leavenworth.
oh yeah.
It's like it's a cool little Bavarian town. It's a pretty cool little
Well,
spot.
dude, we've been getting like Ames dropped me some fucking. His spots are dope. So he's been
He
dropping
hooked
me.
up Norm.
Yeah,
recently,
Norm's
too.
been like showing me. I'm like, dude, where the fuck is that? Because he's out there right now. He went like South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming. He's doing all that shit. So he's been sending pictures. I'm like, oh well, fuck, maybe I'll
I
just
know.
divert to that one. I'm like,
I'm having serious FOMO, dude.
dude.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So I've been jonesing. I can't wait. But yeah. So Ames got me a bunch of rad spots. We had some listeners like drop me some cool spots. Some other friends. So we got a lot to pick from. So we just kind of like wherever we kind of end up, we're just kind of like head in this direction. We definitely want to see this, that, whatever. And then there's a couple options around that area. We even went, so we wanted to go after Glacier. We're going to come down through Yellowstone, and but it's like mostly national park. It's mostly not a lot of dispersed camping. I've got a few hits for a couple spots out there that are dispersed, but for the most part, if you want to do all like the Old Faithful and all that, you got to kind of camp inside the park. Otherwise, it's like a long ass drive out and then a long ass drive back in. So because we don't really know where we want to be, we actually just booked a bunch of campsites. And if we make it, we make it. We don't, we don't. But at least we know they're there.
Yeah.
So you booked like you paid for
Yeah.
like a KOA type.
Yeah, like just your standard campgrounds. We booked like for like 3 nights. It was like what, $20 a night or something like that. So it's like $60.
Peace of mind.
If we don't,
Peace of mind, big deal. Yeah.
yeah, if we lose $20, we lose $20. But at least we know we have a spot to go if we need it. And then you can always cancel, I guess. But I think some of them you have to cancel way in advance. But
Doesn't
whatever,
matter.
it's totally
That's only
worth.
if you want a refund.
Yeah.
You may end up actually going to one and liking it. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. So we just threw a few out there just to grab them, just so we have places if we, contingency plan, and if we find some if we decide to hit one of these dispersed spots that are, if we have time to hit them, we will, or if we want to stay longer in one spot, whatever. I like to be a little bit more fluid with it and be open to just kind of enjoy our time. Like we just want to see something we want to go do. Let's go do that. Who knows?
You're covering that much ground, dude. Like you got to have backup plans.
Oh yeah. You can't just be sticking to one thing, because like we might. What's up that trail? Let's go fuck up there. I kind of want to wing it a little bit. That's part of the adventure. Not knowing what I'm doing a little bit. So
yeah.
So like that, and then from there we're gonna kind of head down through, maybe hit Jackson Hole, and then
I want to hear about Jackson Hole.
depending on how much time we might be. I've done Jackson Hole once. It was pretty nice.
I was a little kid. I just remember it being so damn cool.
Yeah.
I was in like 4th grade or something, man.
Yeah, no, it's a cool spot. But and then from there, it just depends on how much time. Because I'd rather spend more time up north. Like we're gonna be coming down through Utah and Nevada and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think we're gonna spend a lot of time through there, because those are all trips that we can do another time.
Yeah.
Because those aren't as far. It's like a 6-hour drive to Utah. So like we'll just do that another trip.
Hot
to Utah.
dog it through the easier places to reach.
Exactly. So we're just gonna hot dog up, get as far north as we can, and then enjoy it from there. And then, figure out, okay, we have a 2-day drive home. Let's, this is where we're gonna call it, and then just start moving. So yeah,
It's nice to have that fuel tank.
Yeah. That's 46
Until you have to
gallons.
fill it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
shit.
Well, that
I'm always thinking to myself, shit. I keep looking at the F-150 freaking.
so
fuel tank
Opt
for the
Off Road
third
did
gen.
that,
Oh, yeah.
and they had like a custom fuel pump to it and everything, and that's what went out when we were in Arizona.
Remember listening to that though? It's like,
Yeah.
because I've seen a lot of people do that. Like people sell the brackets and all that shit for them. And like I've looked at them too. A lot of people will remove the stock tank, only have the F-150 tank. Some people have both. I'm like, man,
You can do
that would be-
both.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, the
basically
reserve.
do like a reserve tank and do a transfer pump. You can like flip the switch on, you know what I mean, type of
Dope.
thing. And I was like, oh, that'd be so sick. Not to mess with cans at all.
Yeah, man, it's all underneath your vehicle too.
Yep.
Yeah, Long Range America just came out with one. Norm, if you're listening, for the Ford Ranger.
Ooh, motherfucking Ford Ranger.
Yeah,
Watch out for those land deer.
Yeah, I just filled it up yesterday, like $200 to fill it up. Ugh.
That was Costco too. So I was over at Brandon's and I had to
Yeah,
fill up my mini.
Dumped my liquid molly in there, so hopefully we'll see how it helps my fuel mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, go to the Chevron right over here. He sent me to the most expensive gas station.
Oh, what a dick!
It was like $5.79 a gallon. I use 91, but like still, like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
I like you did a little cock on your neck when you did that. You're like 579.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's
expensive.
gonna be cheaper up north, but I don't know. I heard it's pretty expensive everywhere right now.
Dude,
Even
Arizona.
Arizona's gone up.
Yeah, I was in the valley and I was like, wait a second. It's like almost the same price as it is at home. It was
used
within
to be
10 cents.
exactly $1 less.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that on another podcast.
Yeah.
But you go to Quartzsite, it is about 80 cents less.
Okay.
So per gallon. So I don't know what's going on in the valley.
I did that. Taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. But
Well, we got our new summer blend coming up for California. So
oh
prices are
god.
going to go up in July.
Oh really? Even
It comes
further?
with a mojito.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh man, I didn't want to think about that right now. Well, it's not like I'm going on any trips anytime soon anyway, so
Yeah. No, that's going to be our biggest expense, dude. Just fuel.
Gas.
Wow.
bleh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, cool. Well, you want
Took out
to
a small loan.
sell your kidney on the way up there?
Yeah.
You got two.
Yeah. I could spare it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Why not?
No. But yeah, no, that'll be fun. I can't wait. I need it.
I can't wait until you get back though, dude. And you're gonna be like, I can't wait to go back to this spot.
Yeah, it's kind of a scouting.
I can skip all these spots, but I want to go back to all these spots.
Yeah.
Well, I need you to
dropping
take me
pins.
on this next one because I've never been camping anywhere on the coast, anywhere in the northern
Yeah.
California, Oregon, any
Dude,
of that.
I can't wait to go to like Pacific Northwest with you guys. I think it'd be
Dude.
rad, dude, to like have the three of us freaking roll up there, like the
Yeah.
redwoods or whatever. Doesn't even have to be that far. Like we could stay in California.
Yeah.
You know, we could just go right above San Francisco even.
Yeah, we're gonna
like,
go to,
there's
like-
still such beautiful.
Where is it? Like
areas.
Coos Bay or something like that? I think
Coos Bay?
Coos
Yeah.
Bay. I think we're doing that in August. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be a fun one.
Well, we have a lot coming up
Yeah,
because
you're
we
gonna
have Little Smokies, we have Baja in October.
Yeah, what's the update on Little Smokies, by the way?
We're working on it. We're working behind the scenes on the details.
Yeah, there's a lot of details we need to iron out, but here's the deal: we found a potential spot that actually you guys camped at.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to reserve it. I don't
Call it
say
out.
it,
Yeah.
but we're gonna try to reserve it because it's a huge group campsite. But the idea is that like we're only gonna invite like 12 to 15 rigs type deal.
Remember when like you and I think it was
Or
just
Shelby.
Yeah, I don't think Zoe came with me, but yeah, just the three of us went up there.
Yeah.
That little pond.
Yeah.
It was a yellow post. You can
You can reserve it though.
Yeah, so we were looking into reserving it, which
it's
costs money, but at the same time, and it'll guarantee that we get it, and it's for those nights and stuff.
Yeah,
so we just
for
gotta select a date. We gotta start working the details on everything, and we gotta make sure people can come and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That
it's gonna
spot
be
You got to
fun.
watch the season though too.
Well, that's why we're looking like October.
Late September, early October in that range.
Yeah, cooler temps. and
But it's
stuff
almost
like
it's
that.
only like 2 months away, so we gotta like figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen. It's gonna friggin' happen.
Yeah, I want to know
Yeah.
because I'm trying to figure out if I want to participate or not.
a lot of
For
people.
the
Well-
hell of it. What am I going to cook? I don't know.
Hot
You
dog.
have to.
I'm not a cook, but I think it'd be fun to cook.
Yeah, man.
Right? Hey?
How much do I have to cook? I can't cook a lot. I don't know what I got. I don't know.
Well, those are all the
Fancy
details we're
scuttle.
ironing out. We have some ideas. We have some ideas,
Yeah.
but we're ironing out all those details. But at the end of the day, we're trying to make it a fun, light-hearted type of
I'm
deal.
just gonna boil some little smokies with some bourbon.
Hey, whatever, man.
Hey.
Hey, caramelize it or reduce it down. Do
Actual, dude.
little Smokies reduction,
Don't give away your secrets.
Yeah, in the muff pot.
In the
Yeah. Yeah, man, climbing those hills to get up
Don't tell
there,
them
it'll
about
get
my
real
pot.
hot and it'll hit that sear level,
Yeah.
I'll have to relocate them for optimum.
Yeah, optimum. Yeah. No, that'll be late September, early October in that range, hopefully. And we'll go from there. So,
Hell yeah.
but yeah. So you wanna close it out here, or you got
Shall we,
anything
shall
else
we?
you want to talk?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I have anything. fun to
Nash in,
say.
Nash out, you know what I'm saying? Bub Rib.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just where we started. If anybody's looking for a cool chainsaw, I picked up the instead of the M18, electric's the way to
The
go
Milwaukee?
now. The Milwaukee M18 that you have like the 16-inch.
The 16-inch bar, yeah.
I got the 14-inch bar top handle. Though.
Yeah.
So you got to like look up for the top handle one.
Legit.
It's shorter. It doesn't have that extra 6 inches in the back from the
Yep.
extra handle. So that's like
Built for speed.
yeah, a little more
Yeah.
compact, fits my truck better, and it'll act like all the stupid like chainsaw bags I was trying to buy online. None of them will fit that one because it's too freaking. I bought one and I couldn't get it to fit your chain. Because you're gonna let me borrow your chainsaw. I couldn't get it to fit in the bag because it's too long. Because they all make them for the short, stubby gas ones. So, but I didn't want fucking chain oil all over the fucking backseat of my truck. So
Yeah, which will happen. So.
yeah, so that's why I got one that'll fit my bag.
There you go.
But yeah, I think they're like $350, $360 at Home Depot.
yeah.
And
the
they don't-
most
battery.
expensive part is the battery.
I was just gonna say. So Milwaukee has this, this deal going on, like buy a tool, get a tool, and like you can get a free battery and charger as the free tool. Oh no, it doesn't cover chainsaws. If you buy a leaf blower, you can get the free battery, but who needs a leaf blower? Like I want a chainsaw.
It's called margin, dude.
yeah, I
Those
know.
have higher margins so they can
Exactly.
afford to give away some
I'm
shit.
paying over $300. I should get a free something, right? No,
No.
If I
you-
buy the leaf blower, I get a free chainsaw with a battery.
I almost thought about that. I'm like, how big of a leaf blower do I need? Like, I'll buy the cheapest leaf blower you got.
That's how you
Give me
get
the
your
free
fire
battery.
going really fast.
Right. Right.
Dude, leaf blowers are good, especially for a shift pod. You can just blow out all the dust.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I need one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like if you buy the chainsaw with the battery, it's like $600.
Yeah,
I already got batteries.
Yeah.
like 12. What is it? The 12 mAh or whatever.
Oh, the big fucking
milliamp
thing?
hour, whatever the hell, fucking big ass Milwaukee battery.
Yeah.
I think they're like $220.
Yeah, this is a
Thickies.
monster,
Just
dude.
for the freaking battery, dude. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
That's where they get you. The tools aren't expensive. It's just the fucking batteries.
I also I found
And they don't last either.
the Amazon special batteries.
The knockoff ones?
Yeah, the knockoff ones. They're a little harder to slide in and slide out.
Yeah.
But I mean, they work pretty damn good, dude.
Really?
If you file it down, it's
I
just
think
plastic.
it was like the
Just shave it a little bit.
It's like the 5.0s or whatever. I think I got 4 of those for the price of like one
Fuck
Milwaukee
it. Actual,
brand one.
really?
Yeah.
I remember like
And that way you can just have one charging and they
depends on
last
how
like
often
almost they last almost just as long.
Same battery type, like lithium, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Same
re-engineered. They
charger,
took the
everything.
old,
It's just
yeah,
different. It's just a knockoff.
it's a knockoff brand.
But they seem to work just as good, dude. But they're
I mean, when I was using
like
my tools
a third
like
of the money.
every day, like when I was in the field working and stuff, like I would burn through batteries like every like 4 months, dude. I'd have to get a new set of batteries. And I was like, fuck, this is so expensive.
Well, you just gotta always make sure to you never let it go past
Yeah,
the
yeah.
final bar.
I would be just
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
oh, new
Yeah,
battery.
you never have to.
Yeah.
You
Get
can
out
never
of the
drain
one.
it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Pop it off, pull it on a charger.
I'm
put the
not
next one in.
carrying extra batteries in my fucking tool bags, dude. I just go until the fucker died. Like, gotta go back to the truck, get a battery.
No,
Yeah.
it's the same shit. Like, yeah, it sucks. Like, trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's not just a ladder anymore. I have to climb like 150
Yeah,
foot
you're up in
tower.
towers and
I'm
shit.
like, fuck, both batteries are dead. You know, or like you have like that's a stupid thing too. Is I haven't found DeWalt have any problems, but Milwaukee for some reason the radio frequency that comes off of the antennas on cell phone towers will actually shut your battery off.
Really?
So you have to
On a
basically-
Milwaukee?
on a Milwaukee. So you have to click it back into the charger and then unclick it, and it basically resets the battery and keeps going.
What?
But you can literally like have like I can depress the trigger zzz, on a drill, put it in front of the antenna, tick, turns off.
What?
And then,
Imagine what it's doing to your body.
yeah, no, exactly.
Right? No shit.
But like DeWalt's and stuff, it doesn't seem to happen. So like I
Really?
was actually working at like a fire academy, and like their main rescue truck had a bunch of Milwaukee stuff.
Oh fuck.
And so I was like, I doubt this would ever freaking happen, because obviously if you're working on like rescuing people from a rooftop or whatever,
Yeah, they're near some.
I mean, there's a lot of cell sites on rooftops, but it's most likely the cell site's most likely going to be shut down. But they do have backup generators and backup batteries for cell sites. So even if you shut down the building's power, the cell site can still operate for like another 8 hours or so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you could go up there like with this Milwaukee chainsaw,
Try
to
to-
cut a hole in the roof to try to rescue people, and your battery stops working
Wow.
because you're in front of this antenna. And so I just let maybe I shouldn't be saying this on the air.
I know, right? Milwaukee's like, fuck.
But I'm like, just so you guys are aware of this. And they're like, really? And I literally like went up in the tower
I wonder what.
and like recorded a video of me putting a brand new battery in. Zzz, turns off.
No way. You should
Pop
post that,
the
dude.
new battery in. Zzz, turned off.
Yeah, you know how many conspiracy theories you're gonna like light
you're gonna
fires
lose
on,
their
dude?
shit, dude.
So many people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, the
this is like
5G!"
This is like 2 or 3 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
When I did this, but they were like, no shit.
I have some Makita drills. I should let you take the Makita ones and test those just to
Yeah,
see if they
right.
work. dude.
hit up Ali,
Yeah,
Rick for Dirty, huh?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't say anything, guys, if they fuck up."
It's crazy. Like some of the, maybe I might cause some problems right now, but some of the
Alex Jones is in his basement right now. He's like, "Oh my god, the 5G!"
some of the power. It's crazy though, because like if you're a safe distance from the tower, it's not doing anything to you.
Yeah,
It's-
but you're working on it.
But yeah, we're actually in the tower working on the damn tower. You know what I mean? So everybody's always like, oh, he's giving me cancer.
Yeah, but you're working on it.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are plenty safe distance away from this thing. You're fine. But it's kind of weird though, because like the newer technologies that we're installing in these towers, newer frequencies and stuff, and power systems and stuff like that, like even the aerial lifts, like the man baskets, you go up in front of these towers and stuff like that. They're not rated for it yet. Like they haven't met the standards.
What?
Back and
so
forth
could it like shut down on you when you're up there?
It does. Yeah. So it'll actually like move your basket randomly.
Whoa, that would fucking
like your basket will be up there and it'll like move a little bit and you're like, what the fuck? Or like your ship will just stop operating. Like you can't control your basket anymore.
No way.
So your guy from the ground
has to
go up to the control panel on the ground and like lower you away from the antenna. And then you can start using it again.
That's a trip, dude. I used to work on baskets all the time.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. So it has to have like they haven't like installed the proper like Faraday cage or something around the
fact
control
that you
panel.
need a Faraday cage on your fucking like. What is it putting out that's doing that?
Yeah, it's just the RF frequency, man. It's just if you're within like 3 feet, it's pumping. If you're within 9 feet, it's still pretty pumping, dude. But like if you're obviously most people are at least 30, 40, 50 feet away from it. It's not doing anything to you. It doesn't.
It's guys. It's the cabal. They got us.
But yeah, it's pretty funny, dude. How it trips with people. Like I'll have like new guys up there and they're like, oh, I don't know what's happening. My shit's not working. You know
like
what
your
I mean?
cell phones or anything trip out? Nothing like that.
Very very rarely. Like it'll affect a cell phone. Like
do you have
sometimes
like full bars up there?
You better have fun, right? I'm on a Verizon tower. I got no signal. That sounds about right.
It's kind of funny though because you will literally like I have Verizon on my phone, but I'll be like working on an AT&T tower and like I'll have like no signal, whatever. But obviously it's not the same tower, type of thing. But sometimes like when if you are exposed to the RF and you're like trying to take a photo or something, like I'll click the button to take a photo and it starts taking a video instead or something like. It'll act like a little bit funny like that sometimes,
quirky,
but very rarely. Like you have to be basically like in direct, like right in front of where the RF is smashing into you. But
do you ever feel weird?
Yeah, it can,
up there, do you feel it?
It can mess you up. Yeah, if they basically you have a thing called an RF monitor, radio frequency monitor, and it tells you basically like when you turn it on, it tells you like the safety. Or how much is pumping out of the antenna?
Like one of those things that's Chernobyl that you gotta wear when you're walking around.
Yeah,
it's
got your counter.
Yeah, basically. It's
like carry a pigeon with you or a canary.
But it does it like beeps at you and shit. And there's like they tell you like if it's pumping out like 200% or whatever, then you're only allowed to be in front of the antenna for. If I remember correctly, it's like 3 minutes at a time.
What?
Then you can only be 3
some
minutes.
Arbitrary number. That some guys just like 3 minutes.
Then you have to, you have to be like
Dr. Fauci says 3 minutes.
Yeah, for every like 3 minutes in front of it, you have to be away from it for 6, and then 3 minutes, and this and that, and depending on the levels and all this other jazz. But it's like, dude, like sometimes when you're working on these,
you're not going to take a break.
It's impossible, dude. Like an 8-hour job to getting something done would take you 6 days. If you actually abide.
The safety guy is always telling us like, "Oh, you gotta take a fucking water break every 50." I'm like, dude, I gotta get shit done, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, sometimes when they're pumping, it reacts with moisture. So the most moist things in your body is your eyes and your testicles. So
getting sterile.
Yeah, they always say like it kills all the male sperm.
Eric's all rubbing up against the antenna.
No, I got an Overland question for you regarding this. How do you feel about Weeboost?
Oh, I don't know anything about them, to be honest. I don't. It's a totally different technology.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, it's something.
It's Wi-Fi versus
the Weeboost. I thought that like enhances your cell phone signal.
Never mind. I was thinking
it's something that it grabs the RF from whatever available tower, and then basically
enhances it.
Yeah, enhances it locally. It's a complete. It's like a repeater. It's a different type of technology than what I deal with. We deal with creating the technology or creating the signal.
I got you.
I don't really know how the Weeboost works, but
that RF's getting to you.
Nobody does. Right? It's like the cloud. Nobody knows how it works.
It's just the cloud, bro.
But yeah, if you spend too much time up there, though, you can.
It's the write-off people.
You can start to get like headaches.
Yeah,
and your eyes almost feel like like you got dust in them, like you're like
Like they're
tired,
cooking?
like you're like shit, man.
Yeah, they're
like,
kind of scratchy.
kind of
Yeah.
scratchy your eyes, and like sometimes you'll even get like a metallic taste in your mouth.
This
You know what I mean?
sounds
That's
all
the-
kinds
Have you
of
ever, like,
bad,
been, like,
bro.
When you're that's like when you're
Got a
like,
checkup for like radiation poisoning or anything like that. Like you're like glowing in the dark or some shit.
well, that's the cool thing is that like you go for
That's a cool thing.
That's the cool thing.
This
You go for cancer treatments. What do? They hit you with radiation.
Hey, you're
So,
cancer free. What do you know?
I am radiation.
I'm ahead of it, dude.
Get my
I'm already,
chemo right
I'm already
now,
getting all of it just pumped into me, dude.
Jesus.
Fuck, I don't know if that's how it works, but okay.
you know,
Hey.
just got to deal with it.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Well,
Anyway.
now that you're educated
So-
on cell phone
so
towers.
Starlink is where we're moving to.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard some crazy shit about Wi-Fi the other day, but I'm never mind.
No, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I
okay.
know what you're talking about. Now we're
I
getting
think
into
that's
this
Joe
Alex
Rogan was
Jones
talking
shit.
about. Yeah.
No,
Now-
I
well,
just
now
saw
I
it on
wanna
Instagram.
know.
Maybe that's
Okay,
why I
long
saw it.
story short, here's what I saw. There was this like TED Talk looking thing or whatever. And they were and dude, I don't know if it's true or not, so call me out if I'm not. But what I saw is this guy who was giving kind of like a talk about how they were able to use Wi-Fi signals in a house and replicate the frequencies and signals and how they bounce off of objects, so they can almost show how many people are in the
I saw
house
that
and where they're
today.
moving and what's kind of like the layout of your house, all just by having Wi-Fi. And everybody has Wi-Fi.
Totally possible.
So you can totally see based off of where it's bouncing off of. It's kind of like sonar in a way, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But different.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
It's every.
Did you ever see the movie Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Like that shit.
If you think about like pretty much every cell phone signal that you're getting is based off of a light signal through fiber optics and stuff. It's all a signal sent through these little
Just like sonar
microchips.
pings, yeah.
Through these little microchips that transport I guess a binary code, right? 010011
Yeah.
into light flashes that turns it into the signal into RF and blah blah blah, so forth and so on. So you have one side that gives out the signal, one side that receives and deciphers the signal and turns it into the information that goes into your phone,
Yeah.
right? So they have the same exact technology that they've actually shown for your light bulbs in your house. So in order to expand, it's technology that already exists. In order to expand your Wi-Fi signal throughout any building, anywhere, however the hell, they actually have like light bulbs that you just unscrew that light bulb, screw in your new Wi-Fi light bulb, and your eye won't be able to see the flashing and flickering. But wherever there's light
booster.
casts is the signal. So then you have the
So it's like line of sight.
yeah. So then you have whatever the receptacle or whatever is that deciphers the code, whether it be your phone or whatever the hell, wherever it can see that light flickering, it can receive that code. So think about all the parking lots,
Yeah.
lights, buildings, wherever the hell there's a light bulb.
You know where
That's
there's
a
not any light bulbs?
That's a signal. You know what I mean? What?
In the
Yeah.
middle of the redwoods.
Or I thought you were gonna say something like Grand Canyon Caves or something.
I was going to say that. But there is light out there. Green light. Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy. Like realistically, it's like almost not that advanced, but it is that advanced.
I just thought it was kind of cool because the way he kind of showed it and they did like this animation for
Yeah.
it. It was pretty nuts. But was that the same thing you saw, Jared?
That's not what I was talking about, but I did see that
You
one.
did see that.
I saw
Okay.
that one. But the other one I was talking about was like on Joe Rogan. They were talking about some crazy fucking conspiracy shit with fucking Wi-Fi. I don't even remember what it was, so I'm not going to get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, let's get to some plugs.
Plug it up. All right.
Eric.
Like done data. I want to plug you guys, man.
Oh.
My besties. I love you guys.
Thanks for coming on, dude. Thanks for cutting your trip short. and coming on.
Yeah, right.
Having something to talk about.
Good to see you guys, man.
Yeah. I wish you were coming with me, brother. But
I wish I was too. Trust me.
I wish I was going with you.
I wish you both were coming with me. Hell yeah.
My work is really happy. I'm not taking the 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I
Oh,
bet.
I'm sure.
They're like, fuck yeah, you're not going to be off?
Maybe.
Work them hard.
I wouldn't mind giving a shout out to Squirrel Concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they seem like they, time will tell. The more I run my truck, we'll see what happens. But they seem like good guys, good, honest guys. It's hard to find nowadays.
Knowledgeable.
Did clean work. Yeah, that they were pulling out some gnarly nerd knowledge on me, dude. Like the spacing and shit. Like, oh, this is supposed to be 6.001 millimeters, and it's not that. You know, I'm like weird shit like that. I'm like, okay, cool, I believe you.
Yeah. Even if you're making it up, I totally believe you.
Yeah, you could totally be making that up. And I believe you. But yeah, everything's really like running really well. They found a lot of things wrong with my engine that I didn't think would be wrong because I try to keep up on my maintenance, but I've had other mechanics obviously doing work on it. And they were basically pointing out like, nah, dude, they used the wrong tool to do this. They did this. They bent that. They didn't tell you about this. They should have seen this and they didn't say anything about it. You know, like they were basically pointing out a lot of stuff to me. And they were, you know, he would send me like progress videos and stuff, pictures like, hey, we're at this point now, we're at that point.
Well, you were posting them too, right?
Yeah. And as he would send them to me, I would post them because I'm all like Jonesy and I miss my truck, you know. So
Your motor looks like brand freaking new.
yeah.
It's so shiny and shit. When I was over at your house, I'm like,
yeah.
damn.
He was like every bolt I take out, we clean it, you know, clean off every little thing, you know, put it all back in, torque it to specs. So everything looks really nice.
And they're based out of Long Beach.
Long Beach, yep.
Yeah.
Concepts.
Right on, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, and they also make squirrel furniture.
Yeah.
Cover all your bases, man.
Right?
You don't need to relocate a man. You just got to make some furniture.
Yeah,
let them stay a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him somewhere else comfy to live.
Yeah. All right, Jerry, what you got?
Well, I'm gonna before my plug, I'm gonna do a little quick update for my my trip planning here. I just got a list of all the places we're going to try to fit in. So
we're talking about your trip again.
yeah. I'm just gonna shout out because Justice updated me with all our spots. Kalamath, probably pronouncing that wrong. Klamath Falls, Crater Lake, Hood River, Mount Hood, Palouse Falls, Coeur d'Alene, obviously, Glacier, and then Grand Tetons, Jackson Hole, and Yellowstone. All those are going to be fit into a 10-day trip. No,
You're not doing
I'm not doing 90%.
You're not doing Mount Hood or Klamath.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Cool
like,
areas.
We might drive past those places.
Cool Native Americans to Klamath.
Yeah. So those are all the spots on our list kind of that we want to hit. So hopefully we'll see some of those and I will report back on.
Well, Norm just hit up the Grand Tetons too.
Yeah, he had some rad pics, man. He's loving it up there.
Courtesy of AIM.
Hell yeah. He's testing out a lot of new gear. His first time with that new cap. Shit.
Looks cool as shit, man.
Yeah, no, it's a bitchin' looking cap. I like the way it's set up. Yeah, he's got did he have a new tent on there?
Yeah, he put a 23-0, I believe.
I'm gonna throw out my brother too, because
Don't throw him out.
He's a good guy. Keep him around.
I want like it'd be funny if people started messaging him and telling him to be on the podcast to tell his stories.
Yeah, you should
'Cause
come
obviously
on.
I can't tell him.
Absolutely.
But it's Aaron Mason 81. So AARON.
Aaron.
Yep.
Hey, Ron.
AARON MASON 81 on Instagram.
Hit him up.
Hit him up. Tell him to be on the podcast because this dude.
Be nice.
Yeah.
But ask him to tell
But
his
man,
stories.
he tells some gnarly stories.
Tell him,
dude.
hey, we want to hear your stories, bro.
But yeah, or if you want a tattoo, go get a tattoo.
in Temecula area.
Yeah, in Temecula. Yep.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Freaking hilarious, dude. Like
I want to hear his stories. You gotta get him on, man.
I want to too. I want to be here. Just listening,
exactly.
Dude.
If he comes, you got to come too.
Yeah.
I gotta hear
I
it.
want to.
Show that brotherly love.
Yeah, it's like kind of funny though, like hearing because he like doesn't tell me anything. It's like funny, like how he was like talking to my mom and my dad about our trip together that we had, and he'd be like, just random comments. Like my dad would be like, "So like you were that worried about his truck not making it?" And he'd be like, "Well, Eric's a pretty good driver." And that's like all he would say. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that's all you got. Like,
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Come on, bud. Like, expand. Tell your story. You know? Like,
man.
He's just real cut dry. Like, I got nothing to say. You know?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Right on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just shout out. Yeah, the Lang family is hooking me up with some spots up there as well. So
Right on.
thank you. And then I want to shout out Jonathan over at North County Spring because I had my one of my icons has been dumping oil for
I thought you were taking it back to Icon.
Yeah.
I just don't have time to fucking go mail it in or whatever shit they want. So, and he's right here, so it was way easier. I like, it was one of those things on my list to get done before the trip, and never have fucking time. So yeah, literally, Sunday, I guess it was, or Monday. I don't even fucking know what days are what now. I think it was Monday, like July 3rd.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's day off, He's like, yeah, fuck it, bring it in, man. I'll hook you up. So I dropped off my Icon, he rebuilt it for me, new seals, everything. Got it back yesterday, 4th of July.
That's cool.
Yeah, so appreciate it, man. Thank you for getting me on the road. He's actually
Good man.
yeah, he's heading out. He's probably heading out there if you're listening on Friday, he's on his way up there. So he's heading up to Oregon along the coast. But yeah, he was doing the same thing, trying to put together his trailer and pack everything. You scrambling to get ready for this trip also, and he had time to squeeze me in. So appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was on our podcast a while back, man. So yeah,
You got to
Yeah, it was
get
the monster truck.
Yeah, baby.
you got to get him some after eights too.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody needs some after eights.
Hell yeah.
How about you, Ben? Who you plug in?
I'm plugging Liquid Molly.
Yeah.
And-
I should plug them too because I used all their shit this week.
I tell you what, man.
I got all of it in my truck too.
That's right.
We did it yesterday, and I'll tell you what, man. That Mini Cooper is running like a top now. We literally used pretty much most of the products he had on his shelves. We started out with the engine flush. So you put it in before an oil change to like flush it all the crap out. He was talking all these like chemistry words. I didn't even know what he was saying, but like emulsification is this and that. And anyways, basically it gets all the bad shit out, and then you drain it, and the oil becomes like super dark black. And it looks like it's like in need of an oil change like 10 years ago. So it like gets it all clean. Then we ended up did like the engine treatment for the fuel system treatment at the same time. And because you got to run it for like 10 minutes or whatever anyways to let the engine flush out. Then we did the Molygen oil, which I learned some really cool stuff about that oil I was telling you before the podcast.
Oh, that's rad.
Have you used the Molygen oil?
No, I haven't.
It's like green, right? It's like a neon green.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I haven't used it.
Super dope. So he was telling me like one
It
of
has
the
to do with like leaks and all kinds of shit. You can
Yeah,
identify
so-
shit and automatically, yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry,
so one
go
of the
ahead.
biggest things is that if you have an engine oil leak or whatever, you can actually use a UV light, and it'll like light up like a black light would type deal, and you can identify where the oil's coming out of actively. So thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that it's like really good oil. And then we did the MOS too as well, which is kind of always weird because you dump the can in and it's like this like graphite looking color or whatever. And then you dump in the Molygen or whatever. So it's pretty cool. And then what else do we do? Oh, we did this like intake system cleaner or whatever. So like
throttle body cleaner.
yeah, it's like a throttle body cleaner in a way, but there's like a name for it. But basically you open up your air box and then just like shove like the whole can. You just spray it in spurts. It'll lower your RPM, so you got to have somebody like holding the RPMs up so it doesn't stall out. But man, that thing was just like burning through it, man. Cleaned it all out.
No shit.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, man. That car, the one problem we had, it wasn't Liquid Moly related. It was I went to the dealership to get an oil filter because every place I went to, they're always like giving me the wrong filters. And they ran my VIN, gave me the exact oil filter I needed, and it ended up being crap. And it was like a $40 oil filter.
What the hell?
Went to O'Reilly's, got a better one for like $12 made by Wix, and used that. But it was okay because the O-ring that it came with, when
The
we
original one.
the one that came with the BMW, the Mini Cooper one.
Yeah,
So we put the new oil.
$40 one. Yeah.
Yeah, the expensive one. We put the rubber gasket, O-ring on it, lubed it all up, all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of in a weird position on my Mini Cooper. So he was like twisting it in.
Aren't they all?
Yeah. It ended up like cutting that O-ring. We didn't have any idea. So when I turned it on to leave, it was like like oil everywhere. And we're like, no. He's like, shut it down, shut it down. And we were like, what the hell is going on here? So he's like,
what did Liquid Molly do?
Yeah. No.
Just kidding.
It's because it was in a weird spot and it got caught on like, whatever it was. And it ended up just like cutting the O-ring. It's like super easy to cut through that.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to go get a new oil filter anyways to get the new O-ring. Once we did that, then it was like totally good. We only lost a little bit of the MOS too. Because it was all graphite.
Yeah.
He dumped that in first.
Did you already do that Ceratec?
I didn't do it on the Mini Cooper. He was actually telling me that for some reason you're not supposed to use it with the Molly Gen. You're supposed to use it with the regular liquid Molly oil. I don't know, but we had the Molly Gen. I used that on my truck anyways.
Yeah, because I hit him up too, like because I was gonna do the Ceratec inside with the MOS2, and they were like, no,
it's one or the other.
no, yeah, use the Ceratec first. Then once you do your oil change, then add the MOS2, and then you have like 30,000 miles until you do the Ceratec again or whatever.
And that's what I did.
I was like, thank God I hit you guys up because I was about to just dumb.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of things I learned too because he gave us like a radiator stop leak, and he was telling me it's actually preventative. So you put it in before you have a leak because it'll actually detect when there's like a reduction in pressure or something like that.
That's what I was wondering.
Fill it in.
I was thinking I was just gonna keep that can in the truck in case I get a leak. But you're telling me I need to put it in there, the preventative.
I'm not saying you need to, but he says you should. Just because it'll act is just like kind of like there. It's in your system until you need it, and
So
then
it's already like cycled through.
Yeah.
It's already in there,
Yeah,
Okay.
ready to go.
it's like
if a leak happens, it'll notice it and
it's like platelets.
all the little
You know what I mean?
nanobots.
Yeah,
will go down.
platelets.
I just feel like that it's that like old school way of thinking. Like you put anything in there, like you're fucking it up. Like
That's
Yeah.
what worries
Did you
me.
just
I'm
pour
like,
sugar in
just
there?
pouring
Did you
extra
put
shit in there for
sawdust
no
in there?
reason,
Like,
and
Yeah.
it'll
do it, dude,
dilute
you know?
it, and it won't be, do its job. So that's like, I'll just dump it in
blow
there in
everything
the morning
apart.
before I leave.
Yeah, so the Mini Cooper got the full spa treatment, and it's running real good. So it did help because before I was having like because it needs a tune because it's got a cam in it, bigger injectors, all this other stuff. California can't tune it, so it was kind of like it's like kind of a rough idle. Now it's like smooth, dude. I'm like, oh wow.
All right.
Yeah, I got some of that. Oh crap, what's it called? I think it's called like oil saver.
Oh yeah, I used that before too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got some of that, 2 cans of that, because one of the guys I work with has a Kia, and he's just like blowing smoke like crazy.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I got to add like a quart of oil,
Oh,
like
wow.
every
Mhm.
freaking week or whatever, stupid shit. I was like, dude, just throw this in your car. What do I owe you? And I was like, dude, just take it. I'm just curious to see what it.
See if it works. Yeah.
So it says like on the can, it takes like 500 miles or whatever
Yeah.
before it actually starts working or whatever. And he was like, dude, within like 20 miles, I'm seeing like way less smoke.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'm like, no way, dude, you're bullshitting
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's no way in hell it's already starting to work.
placebo
dude. So
thing. Yeah.
but I am really curious. I was like, dude,
I used it
got
on my Mini.
I have a second can. I'll give you the second can because I'm just curious. Like, is it going to actually seal up
Actually,
your super bad oil burning? Like, if this
Right?
solves your
that'd be
problem,
rad.
I'm gonna be like, all right, they sold me. I already bought it, but they sold me.
So I actually
But I'll
dumped-
keep you guys updated.
I
Yeah, for
dumped it
sure.
in my Mini because I burn a lot of oil too, like a lot, so much so that I pretty much didn't have any oil left. That was a whole
Pull the
nother
plug,
story because the
nothing comes out.
dipstick is like just terrible. Anyways, I used it.
Is the dipstick in German?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, no, I used it before, but I only got a couple hundred. I think I got like 300 miles on it because I really don't drive the Mini that much. But yeah, I used it, and I think it works. You know, I don't have oil consumption like I used to, because near the end, after I added it, and then I added more oil to it or whatever, I didn't really burn anything. So I think it works to some degree, but
Yeah, he was like shooting out like straight up.
yeah,
blue
I know exactly
clouds
what
of
you're talking
smoke,
about.
you
Yeah.
know? So we'll see.
Kia had some motor issues in, but yeah, no, anyways, shout out Liquid Molly. Got it all taken care of, got the full spot treatment, and I can't wait to detail it up and take it to the next car show.
Nice.
So that's my plug.
Hell yeah.
We have a quick update though, right, Jared?
Oh yes. I alluded to that earlier, but it's sad to say,
Sad.
sad days. We need to take a break. But
I'll take over.
Eric's gonna be hosting from. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we're taking a break for really
For
good reason, and it's
yeah.
really not that long. It's not like we're
No,
taking 2
we're
months
gonna-
off or anything.
No. We're gonna take maybe a week, or for sure a week, maybe 2 weeks off. I'm gonna be out for 10 days up in Expo, so I'm gonna be gone next week, so I can't record. And Ben's son is being born like
Friday.
As you're listening to this, he's gonna be in the hospital. So
Yep, my appointment's at 11 a.m.
Yep.
Friday morning.
So
Prayers
congratulations.
out. Prayers out.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, so he's gonna be doing daddy duties for a little while, literally duties, and
Wiping duty.
yeah. So he's gonna be on maternity leave here for a while. So we're gonna give him a little break, and then I'll be out on the road.
Instead of whiskey, bring baby wipes.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a lot of that. We have a lot of people for the baby shower. Got tons of diapers. And
Oh,
wipes,
I'm sure
man.
boxes and
I mean, we appreciate all of it. We're gonna go through all of it.
Oh yeah. Within no
If
time.
the baby doesn't, you will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
baby white bathroom,
It was
dirty
weird.
on
They
the
gave him
trail.
the pens and stuff too, which is rad. But
Hey, I don't want to stop to go pee. Just
right?
keep going,
Just
man.
keep bobbing, dude. But
Silver bullet.
yeah, don't worry. You might not hear us on the if you're going to look a week or so to see where's the fucking weekly podcast.
Next Friday, you will not
You will
have
not,
one for
yeah.
sure. And the week after that,
We'll
you
try.
probably not have one, but
Probably.
maybe.
We'll try and squeeze it out. We'll try
Maybe
and
a
get one.
surprise.
Yeah, but just want to give you all a heads up. Go.
Maybe I'll convince my brother to come.
Yeah, that'd
Go
be a
listen to
great
go to the back
return.
catalog. Listen to some old episodes, or
Re-listen to and
There
hey,
could be some
drop
bangers.
some comments
Yeah.
saying what your favorite episode
there you
was.
go. Let us know which one everybody.
I am.
should
You know what? I
listen
am
to.
curious.
I am.
I want to know.
We know
Slide in my
our
DMs.
analytics. Which
Yeah, but
episodes do the best. But those
You're talking about how many listens. I want to know what was the quality of listen,
which
right?
are the most enjoyable for y'all. Let us know.
Yeah, send Chili Colorado a DM and let me know what was your favorite episode. I really want to know.
Yeah, well, let's just slide into the average Overlanders DMs. I want to know.
Yeah, but
too.
you just read them all, and then I don't get the notifications
All right,
and
yeah,
stuff.
fair.
So slide in my Chili Colorado.
Come say hi to
give it a
Daisy.
ton to discover too. Let me know.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite episode was.
But yeah, so we're gonna take a little hiatus for a minute, but we'll be back. Don't worry.
I'll be back.
We'll back with some stories. I'll update y'all on some Pacific Northwest
I'm looking forward
Expo
to
and
it.
how that went, and we may have a fun guest lined up as well already. So we'll come back good. It'll be fun.
I can't wait to hear both of your adventures. I want to hear about the
Adventures in babysitting.
Yeah, exactly. I want to hear about all the screaming, and I want to hear about all the screaming.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining us, Aric.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
As
hanging
is
out.
Overland.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's
All right,
always good
everybody.
to hang out with you brothers.
Always.
Always good times. All right, everybody. Have fun out on the trail, and we will.
Catch you on the next one.
Yeah.